Okay, broadcasting live. Here we go. We're live, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, you gotta make it clap.
Yep,
We'll do
and
it live.
action. Let's see. So what it is, what it did, and what it do. I go by the name of G1 to the rescue, and you already know it's Thursday. You know what that means. It's the three most important letters in sports entertainment digital media on the Southwest. MMP. Mania Podcast, episode 194. By the numbers, you already know we got the gang in the building. First and foremost, the Book of Mega Ran on deck. What up, Ran?
Yo, what's going on, y'all? I thought I was going to be a little late today, but I'm here.
Mama, I made it.
So it's good to talk to the homies, talk some wrestling. So
It was a very timely run-in.
Back in the building with the run-in.
yeah, man. We in here, boy, gang. And then, of course, to his immediate right, we have our boy Rock Knowledge.
Yeah, what up,
Meanest. What's up, man?
Chilling, man. Just doing a little multitasking while we podding. But I'm here.
Man,
absolutely. You still working, man? It's 8:30.
Hey, man, the clock never stops.
That's that rock grind.
Put in work. Hey. So and directly, for lack of a better term, up under me, visually, we have, of course, the villain, my partner in crime, T-Call. What up?
I am not directly under you. I'm kind of like I'm off center. Don't ever
He's caddy. He's caddy corner.
Caddy corner. Okay, that's what we was looking for at first. And then, of course, to his immediate right, you know, our favorite Mexican uncle, Tio Neo.
¿Qué pasó, mi gente? Buen día, buen tarde.
I'm a Mexican.
What's cracking, y'all?
I love both of my Tios the same.
There you go.
Yes, indeed, man. So we it's been an interesting week in wrestling. Most of it's kind of solidified to mainly NXT and AEW. I would say, good or bad, probably the two most exciting things to talk about in wrestling would be NXT and AEW, but more on that to come. Of course, we'll try to get through as much of everything as possible in a timely manner. But before we get into that, everybody's favorite portion of the show, and of course, we want to welcome all of our fans from all across the internet, from YouTube to Twitch to Facebook to everywhere. So our favorite part of the show, where we put over something that is not exactly in the world of wrestling. It's the put over, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So let's get into it. This time around, we're going to start off with Mega Ran. If you have a put over, sir, go ahead, get it cracking, my dude.
Okay. Well, I'm going to put over a show that has been going on just as long as most of us have been on the internet, and probably longer. South Park.
Hey,
the South Park vaccination special is amazing. So it's an hour long, and you know what South Park does. You know how they do this. So it's smart, it's over the top, it's ridiculous, and it is very topical. So I won't, of course, spoil it, but it's just, you know, they go into a lot of things. Like they talk about Cartman is really worried about them keeping their bromance together. He's just like, yo, we got to keep this going, and everybody's just kind of they're falling off. They're not as interested in hanging out anymore. So that's kind of the main idea, is that they're losing their friendship, but at the same time, the backdrop is the vaccinations, and so basically, Walgreens is the club.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we watching this tonight.
It's the hottest spot in town because you need the invite to get in.
Yeah.
So can't nobody get in. It's off the chain.
Lori, if you're watching this, you're gonna have to stay up. We got to watch this tonight. I'm sorry.
It's really good. I think I saw that they tried to. It's pretty easy to catch it if you got a couple of the streaming sites. I think it's
HBO Max, right?
Yeah, I think HBO Max will show it.
I know they got it.
I think maybe even Paramount Plus as well.
Oh yeah, because they got Comedy Central content too.
Yep.
Right. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So check HBO Max, check Paramount Plus for that for sure.
Also, if you don't feel like going through streaming sites, the South Park website is airing the vaccination special right now for free.
Oh, that's dope.
With ads. So that was cool that they decided to do that. They put it up free. Yeah.
Got a question. Because I watch South Park, but I'm not like religious about it. As far as the level of comedy and hilarity of this episode, is it funnier than the Kanye West Fish Sticks episode?
No, it's not. If I can just be honest.
Just curious.
No, it gets
episode. I didn't catch
that. Kanye, the fish sticks. Yeah, it's not. That's classic.
That
but it's hilarious.
This is an hour though, right? Or an hour and a half. How long is it?
Hour-long special, and it kind of touches some serious moments, but there's some funny ones.
Did you see the last hour-long special they did?
The pandemic special? Yeah, I saw that one. That was good.
Okay, I'm just checking if you were up to date on what was going on. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm up to date. So, check it out if you can. That's my put over South Park.
Absolutely.
Last night.
Real quick to the person that's asking this question below, SmackDown hasn't been on Tuesdays for quite some time. SmackDown is Fridays on Fox now. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, indeed.
Again, expanding the audience.
Yes, indeed. For those of you that may be new to Mania Podcast, welcome. Come on. We love everybody. Let's go over the Rock knowledge, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and this will actually be mine and his put over, but I'll let Rock lead the way since I don't have nothing off the top of my head except for this.
Yeah, man.
Rock, what up?
Yeah. So the joint put over, it was announced earlier last week. New group was being formed called Silk Sonic, which is Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars. They dropped their first single on Friday. It's called "Leave the Door Open."
I'ma leave my door open. I'ma leave the door open.
Yeah, you might want to let them do that.
Oh, you kissed my
yeah. This record is
beautiful record though.
Incredible. And it's probably the best, if not the best song that I've heard in like 6 months. Like, this is so fucking good, man. I can't wait for the rest of the project. Like the vibe, the music, like both of them dudes, like stylistically, they mesh well together. Mm-hmm. Plus, you got the Free Nationals in there, and it's just, I think it's going to be a really, really good really good project. When the
absolutely, we know that Boosie Collins is narrating the project, which is crazy.
Boosie, baby,
and he was actually the one that came up with the name Silk Sonic. And they would, and guys on certain shows were asking like, what was that supposed to mean? It's like, listen, Boosie named us, so we ain't gonna argue with the GOAT. Like, if you say Silk Sonic, we just gonna go with Silk Sonic.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But no, it's some feel good music for your soul. Couldn't have came at a better time because we're like the pandemic and a half right now. Where we kind of outside, but not really. So so it always feels good. Cats is getting back in the studio together, masked up or whatever. And we're getting some great feel good collaborations. And this just came out of nowhere. But per Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak, they say it's something they've been working on for some years, for a couple of years now, and just loose sessions back and forth. So shout out to both them brothers. I hope they, like usual with anything else that either of them make individually, I hope that, this project goes on and lives on for the next 10, 20 years of just solid music, man. And this song is crazy. Like, the radio station should play it and everything. Go ahead, Neil.
Well, you know why this band came together.
Yes, sir.
The national population apparently is actually going downward. So therefore, baby making music needed to surface.
Baby making music is back.
It's back.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to fuck again.
Baby time to fuck is back. I mean, it's true. There's been a lot less getting busy, a lot less schmanging going on.
Hey,
So
girl.
to quote
Banging.
the great turquoise Jeep, Flint Flossie.
Turquoise Jeep.
Yeah, ain't a lot of smanging and banging going on.
Man,
So they got to bring it back. I ain't mad at that.
We got to get the smanging back shit. Wait till y'all hear my shit. But yeah,
Smanging
man,
music.
We got to get some smanging music, man. Hey, next put over Teak. What's up, man? What we putting over, bro?
What's going on, man? So I'm gonna put over this YouTube series that I've been watching. It's by a guy by the name of Joshua Wiseman on YouTube, and it's called At Home But Better, where he basically will take something that they make at a fast food restaurant and remake it at home, but better.
Oh wow!
So, yeah, so it's got some dope episodes. I would say check out like the he did a Chick-fil-A episode where he redid the whole no, I'm sorry, he did a Cane's episode where he redid the whole Cane's combo. So the bread,
what? Hell yeah!
Coleslaw, the chicken, all of it, remade it with quality items and made it at home. He did one where he did Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich and made it better. And when you see his versions next to the fast food versions, you just see how shitty the fast food looks.
So he takes a simple concept and just elevates it to like gourmet level.
No, not gourmet level. Like he's not overdoing it. He's just doing it, but better. He's like, oh, like this bun that the Chick-fil-A sandwich on is crap. I'm gonna make my own bread. This is how you make the perfect bun type situation. Because when he was showing the Chick-fil-A sandwich, he was like, I can't believe people like this. He was like flapping it around. It looked so flimsy and was falling apart.
But does he make
all like, what's up?
I was gonna say, does he make it look like the food in the commercial?
Well, I mean, his bun looks different than that bun that they use because he made it at home. But I mean, when his sandwich is put together, it looks better than what that sandwich is. Like he made his own homemade pickles, like he made his own Chick-fil-A sauce. He did all the steps to show like, yo, you can make this at home and it'll be better than what you eating out there.
It makes sense too. We got nothing else to do. Might as well make your own Chick-fil-A at home.
Food, right?
Neo, for you,
yeah,
he did an episode where he remade the McRib.
Ooh, delicious.
No. Did he use actual rib meat or just
he didn't use the
gotta go watch the episode and find out.
Yeah,
the ceiling tiles.
Did he get silly putty and pour barbecue sauce?
I feel like, for those of us for those of us in here that indulge in cannabis, I feel like the McRib is like a rainbow roll. You know how you go get a rainbow roll and all it is just a hash mix of a bunch of strains and they just sell it in rolls for cheap. That's all the McRib is. It's a bunch of bullshit.
He remade the Chipotle burrito. He remade the Baconator. He remade the
Baconator.
He remade the Carl's Jr. Sorry, not Carl's Jr. The Whataburger honey butter biscuit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
nice.
God, we so
I gotta
fat.
check him out. His name one more time. Give us his name one more time.
His name is Joshua Wiseman, and it's called At Home But Better. So you can type in any of those. Like you can type in "Making the Wendy's Baconator at Home But Better" would be the name of the episode.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. And then last but of course not least, Theo Neo. What's up, man?
I'm gonna keep it real simple. I got I'm doing every Friday. I'm watching like old movies with my homie Zach on Twitch. We still don't have a name for the show. So far, it's called the Weekly Beef, but that is still in the air. But I just started watching old movies, and I was on YouTube, and I saw like Breakin' was for free with commercials. I saw Beat Street was for free with commercials. So I was just watching Breakin' and Beat Street, like when I was kind of really drunk on Friday night after we watched Thor: End of Days. I was trying to take my buzz down, and I just started watching Breakin', and I'm like, I really love this movie.
Yeah,
so yeah, the Break
film.
You can find Breakin' for free, on YouTube. So check it out.
That movie is hip hop history. So it's a part of the culture. If you haven't watched it, you definitely need to go check that out. Go to Tubi. Tubi's free. Go watch that.
Well, Tubi has part 2, which is nice. Additionally,
Boogaloo.
Yeah, and additionally, though, G1, I'm glad you brought it up because they actually have a documentary about Boogaloo Shrimp on Tubi TV. So after I watched Breakin' 2, it's like, oh, we recommend you watch Boogaloo Shrimp, and I was like, all right, I'll watch him. So again, I just went down this old school Breakin' rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think Breakin' the Breakin' 2 Boogaloo, the Boogaloo Shrimp, and motherfucking Wild Style. Those are all movies. If you are a fan of hip hop culture, you have to see each and every single one of those films. You got to have a marathon of the shit.
Beat Street too.
I would add Crush Groove. Crush Groove.
Yes, Beat Street, Crush Groove. Yes.
Yeah, add those two. Yeah, man. If you're gonna watch any more of those, man, I'll come through and watch with you for sure.
It was crazy because I literally, like, when I was a kid growing up, I would just watch this 10 seconds of Poppin' Taco just doing his segment when the first battle at Radiotron. Like, I would watch it just over and over again, trying to emulate him. And, like, God rest his soul, he's no longer here on planet Earth, but I'm pretty sure he's in Planet Rock right now. So shout out to you, Poppin' Taco. You were my hero growing up. I appreciate you, and thanks for teaching me how to break.
I had a totally different set of heroes, having brothers that are a little bit older than Ren. Like my heroes were all like blaxploitation guys and like old porn stars.
All right,
that's why you got a bald head.
And you wonder why you turned out the way you did.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black.
Man, that movie CB4, I haven't seen the movie forever, man. I gotta find out.
Low cash, crazy motherfucking.
What up?
So would you ever do the Poppin' Taco routine while eating a taco?
I would imagine like everything would just fall out of the shell.
It'd be like Avengers Endgame.
It's dipped in chocolate, man. Ain't nothing gonna fall out the shell.
Oh, the taco. Oh, okay.
I thought you meant if you're popping with a taco.
With a
taco.
With a regular taco, that'd be like Avengers Endgame when they pulled up in the ship and his whole taco fucking. And then Hulk gave him one of his.
Oh yeah, he had the taco just blew away.
Yo, why have I recently saw this commercial? Because YouTube be showing commercials, right? And the dude who played Falcon, they got like this commercial with him in the Xbox.
Xbox commercial. Yes,
seen it?
Yes, I've seen it. That's a funny commercial. He's like, man, I've been blipped away for 5 years.
He's like, yeah, I got blipped away. Like, people done grew up, like this, and that. Like, I done missed everything. Like, is it anything that I missed? And then they point at the Xbox.
They point at That's lit. That was such a dope commercial. Shout out to Anthony Mackie, man. They making big moves. Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out next week. Oh
man, I can't. Right. I'm actually really hurt that I haven't gotten an Xbox Series X or a PS5 yet,
bro.
But I'm sticking to my guns with this one. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm gonna give it a year,
bro. Don't rush.
Give it a year.
They ain't got nothing out yet. Don't rush.
You honestly just missed. Maybe was that yesterday? Yeah, actually, just yesterday. They had a limited stock of them had popped up that morning, and even after all the PS5s were sold out, they had some Series X's that were still around for like another hour or so, and then those got sold out. I just left GameStop in Tempe Marketplace, and they actually had anybody that's in the Arizona area. If you're looking for a Xbox Series S, which is the digital version of the X, they have a pre-owned Xbox Series S at GameStop in Tempe Marketplace, and I think they're only asking $280 for it. So y'all might.
Yeah, well, this fucking episode better not come out in 2 days. Keep it relevant.
That's funny.
Keep it
relevant. That's true. That's true.
All right.
It might be gone. So
yeah, it'll probably be gone. All right, but it was fun to dream. Yeah, just keep an eye out. Follow Cheap Ass Gamer and Wario64 on Twitter. They both drop little like hints when it's about to go live for another go.
Ear to the streets.
If you really want to give it a go, but I honestly think you should wait.
My Xbox One still running strong, man. I'm good.
Yeah, I think you should just keep it going. Just no need.
My Xbox One X is cool, but I would like the Series X just because I have a 4K TV, so I really want to see the full power. Like Josh even shown me like the improvements in stuff like Mortal Kombat 11 playing on the One X from the Series X, and
it's an improvement.
Damn,
I don't know if it's a $500 improvement, but it's an improvement. But yes, hold tight. I got a PS5 and I lent it to my homie Phil. Like he's had it for the past 2 weeks, bro. Like I beat Spider-Man and I was done. I beat Miles Morales and I was chilling.
Bro, I just found out that they're doing a re-release of the original Prince of Persia, and that was my shit. Oh, so if they finna do that as a PS5 exclusive, I'm like, see, that's what
the old Atari.
If this man if Mega Ran let somebody borrow his, as big of a gamer as he is, then you know that you can wait. It's not that
exactly. Shout out to Marcos. He said the same thing. He hadn't played it in 6 weeks. So once you get it and you get over the Instagram photos of it, you know what I'm saying? You're just getting it for Instagram.
I know you want to be a hype beast, Neo. I know you're trying to be like Rand. Y'all some hype beasts, but
that's funny.
Just hope,
hey, we all a little hype beastie.
I'm finna say I'm a music.
Everybody in here is a little hype beastie. So stop that.
Well, not with the games though, because when I grew up, I always got the game systems late anyway. My mom always bought me like the 64 a year later or something after everybody already had it when it went on sale and shit.
Oh, so she just now bought you a 64 to punish you.
No, I'm not saying we're all hype beasts about games. You're hype beasts about fashion. You're hype beasts about music. You're hype beasts about new Adidas. You know what I mean? So
about my game, like not at all the old games is going to go on sale. I can just get all the games that I haven't bought yet.
See, that's where my mind is right now. That's why I'm like, I'm gonna wait till this PS5 hype dies down. I'll buy one pre-owned off OfferUp one of these days. Whatever.
Hell yeah, I'm a hype beast about
absolutely
Tokusatsu collectibles. When I was at GameStop,
I seen about shaving his head.
when I was at GameStop, they had a Kamen Rider W belt. You don't never see Kamen Rider merchandise in America unless you had like one of them rare collector stores or some shit like that. And they had one at GameStop.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy nowadays?
Do they have a Power Rangers razor, or do you just use the Dragon Dagger?
The Dragon Dagger, and then he just shaves his head.
That's the funniest shit.
The Dragon Dagger.
The Dragon Dagger. Oh man,
TK shit, G.
But yo, so
wrestling.
All right, I want to put a bow on our game talk, but
man,
I'm sure if you have a final comment, Neo, I would love to hear it.
I just had one more final comment. I was at Target, and I was at Target walking the aisles, and I saw that you can get like Gundams, Dragon Balls.
Yes, they do have
you can get NECA figurines at like the store now, and I remember back in the day, I'm like. You couldn't find those anywhere. I remember I had to find Dragon Ball Z figures in Mexico, bootlegs, you know, and Power Rangers and all that stuff. So I'm like, what a time to be a kid. Just be a nice kid, and I'll get you stuff because I low-key want that stuff.
Say Dragon Ball Z in Spanish.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh shit, that's hard. Okay,
nice.
Go ahead, Ryan.
But you're right though. It used to be we had to go to the secret spot down on the Ave. And hide in the little secret spot that was barely open and go get your stuff there on like a specialty store. But now you go to Target.
And like back in the day, like you would have to go to like Samurai Comics or like a really like obscure like Japanese store, like in the mall maybe, but it was always so expensive.
Right. Now it's everywhere.
Passing around the same tape because you couldn't get the Dragon Ball Z tapes and stuff everywhere. So it was like friends would be
Hell
passing
yeah.
around. Oh, you ain't see Brawley yet? Like they'd be passing it around and shit. That's how everybody would see it.
My cousins used to clown on me because America was always behind on Dragon Ball shit.
That's true. Oh man, yeah, but now you can get anything, man. What a time to be alive. So let's move into some wrestling. We had a week in wrestling for sure. And I guess just chronologically, I guess we have to start with Sunday. The Big Bang heard around the world. There was an explosive pay-per-view that happened this past Sunday that really blew up the internet. First of all, I have to preface all this by saying I was lucky enough to be at AEW's Revolution pay-per-view. Yes. Shout out to them for using our music, for inviting us to come through, giving us amazing seats to watch this show. But y'all gonna get these jokes. I'm sorry. But to be fair, I thought 99% of that show was great. I just want to say that the
show was phenomenal. Actually, up to that one little mistake. That's why I don't really agree with like everybody bashing it like that. Yes, it was a sloppy finish to a great show. So fucking what? Anytime you do anything live, you can't sit up here and expect everything to be perfect. I've done plays before, and everything's not gonna be as immediately polished. So you go back and you do something, and
you got an audible. Yeah, you just keep moving.
Just call an audible and keep pushing. It's a live show.
So again, we have a lot to cover, so I don't want to necessarily go backwards too far, but. A lot of really good matches, and I want to shout out, the debut of Maki Ito was amazing. I popped like crazy for that. Maki Ito is my new favorite everything. Like, she's just super dope, super fun. I like AEW leaning into the entertainment side of this. I really like that, and I think that's necessary. I think you got to lean into the sports entertainment. If you're going to be on primetime TV. So that I was okay with.
Well, they're over a year into this promotion now, so they've built up they got a lot of new superstars now. They got a lot of stuff going on. It's a lot of title changes, a lot of cool matches. So now you can really put the storylines in and really kind of make shit kind of tie a bow on it and make sense at this point now, because now they're like really in the shits. They've lasted almost 2 years at this point. So,
So for that reason, they gonna get these jokes when they mess up.
Absolutely.
Like, we can't keep being like, oh, they're new. They give them a chance, guys. Like, okay, you playing in a big boy sport, and you playing primetime TV with major sponsors and major money. Yeah, like. We can't cop please when it doesn't go according to plan. So Drizzen says in the chat, and this is what a lot of people feel, is that ending ruins the show,
the whole shit
for a lot of people. And like, I can't be mad at that, especially when you're there in person.
It's bad, though.
That's the thought you leaving with. You know what I'm saying? Remember that WrestleMania we went to in Orlando, and Undertaker being in the ring for 40 minutes and like losing and taking the gloves off and being all sad. That was the mood for the entire show. Like, that's all you walked out remembering.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? So the ending, it gets a lot of credit for how people are going to view the whole show. So you need to end strong. You got to finish strong.
Did you watch Moxley's little exclusive when he was talking once he
I was there? Yeah,
of course you were there. I'm sorry. There. That's right. Right.
I tried to record it. I missed some of it, but yeah, like when I watched him do it, I was like, okay, he kind of saved what it was, and I was like, you know what? If anybody can save how ridiculous they looked on TV, it's Eddie Kingston.
Oh, Eddie Kingston,
John Moxley. Yeah, because Eddie Kingston cut a great promo to fix it. But what's up?
The funny thing about that is, like, me and G1 was watching the pay-per-view, but we kind of watched it like we were watching it as the pay-per-view had already ended, because we had to pause it for some stuff. So we was watching it. It probably was already over while we were finishing it. So when you guys were in the group chat talking about how like the ending was so bad and everything, when I saw the ending, that's why I said it in the group chat. Like the first thing I thought of is like, oh, well, the stuff didn't go off the way it was supposed to because Kenny Omega was building it. That's what I assumed. So when you guys said like, oh yeah, that's the route that they were going to try to like fix it, me as a viewer, that was what I automatically went to. So I wonder why people think like, let's put the fedoras on everyone. They weren't going to blow up a ring on TV. So how do you think they were going to get around?
Yeah,
because the crowd was still awfully close.
That shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Rock. You were going to say what?
Yeah, I mean, with what Teak said, I mean, that makes sense. The only problem with that is the Oscar-worthy selling by Eddie Kingston just makes that entire spot just look even that much more ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
To no fault of his own.
He did what he's supposed to do.
I
mean, maybe somebody could have whispered in his ear and been like, get up, like, but I think it's more powerful if you lean into it. You can't just get up and be like, oh, okay, all right, well, let's go home.
And then Eddie Kingston kind of explained his side of it this Wednesday as well on AEW.
He did. I wanted to get into that. We'll get to that, but I think Eddie did as good a job as he could do to be like, yo, it was traumatic. It was, it reminded me of an old moment. So now Kenny can lean into heel and be like, oh, you were scared, little baby. Oh, you scared, So
and they did.
So that was the first thing I thought. I was like, I like the fact that they pivoted.
All of that just looks like a reason for them to laugh, like you were saying. Like, if you kill somebody, you're going to jail. They handcuff the dude in the middle of a ring that you thought was going to blow up, and then they hightail it out of there. Come on now, it's just like they can just point and laugh at all of you now. Like, come on now, y'all actually thought that was going to happen. So I don't understand
I understand your point of view, but if you've ever watched one of these,
Japan, they're not really going to blow shit up.
This is how the ending happened in the Onita Terry Funk match. Like,
yeah, but that crowd was like meters away. This crowd was still around the pretty close to
Terry Funk was laying there and he's like, oh shoot, I don't want this dude to die. Went in, started slapping him, he wouldn't get up, and he covered him, so I think they were just going for that ending. But yeah, we weren't back far enough. If that thing would have blew up, everybody would have got hurt, including Jade Cargill, and I would have really had a problem with AEW.
Right.
Yeah, apparently what Derek said on the podcast was like, on Steel Cage, he said like the demolition expert probably saw like there was like a malfunction with like some of like some of the primary explosives because not a lot of them were triggered apparently. So like the demolitions expert just closed the box, got up and left, and we got what we got because maybe there was just a malfunction at the junction.
Yeah, it appears that was the situation. We were sitting maybe 2 rows away from a guy who had a little Wile E. Coyote box and was, I think, triggering Acme box. A little bit of behind the scenes. We were looking, and I could see this dude in the box, and he's in control of the buttons. And so, when his joint went, when it didn't go, but there was a point, and I'm sure Derek mentions this, is maybe after the second explosion went off that was on the far left rope. Yeah. A guy jumps up and cuts the cord. And maybe because it was catching fire or something like that.
Was overheating.
It was too hot. Like He jumps up and cuts the cord and pulls the wire off of the rope on that second explosion. So I don't know if maybe that he just broke the circuit. And I learned from Spider-Man games that you connect the circuits, and what I'm saying. That's how you turn on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Detective mode.
Games.
You know what I mean? Detective mode. You follow the wire, and that's how you get things to turn on. So you cut it, man. Then you know what I'm saying? It's not going to go. So I honestly think that's what happened. I think he broke a chain for safety, and it just maybe backfired. So
I read somewhere that they had tested that explosion prior to, and it went off that pitch.
Jabali told me they tested it. It looked dope.
Like you were saying. there was definitely an error that caused it to just completely flop when it came time for the show, which is unfortunate
Bad,
for
dude.
them.
Okay, so Rock, if let's just say this was the pay-per-view that you was like, let me give AEW a chance, and you spent $50 on this pay-per-view. Just imagine, and this happened at the end. Are you completely done?
And I wouldn't say I'm completely done, because,
or would it make you be like, well, let me see how they fix this?
yeah, I wouldn't say I'm completely done, because I've seen WWE do some dumbass shit too, and I'm still here.
We consistently see WWE do dumbass shit.
But I'll tell you this much: it would make me think twice about ever giving them $50 for a pay-per-view again. Regardless of how good
the match leading up to that explosion was good, though.
Oh,
like,
was good,
if they would have just decided to kill the countdown and say, like, yo, the match is over, there's no reason to blow the ring up,
that would have been
complaining because the match would have been good. So
that's absolutely correct. Like,
I agree.
He's not as much of a genius as everybody think he is. He's not an evil genius. He fucked up constructing it. They're gonna run with it.
That's absolutely like the best point. Like rose-colored glasses. That's absolutely like the way it should have went down.
Absolutely.
But then remember the ending, it got long and awkward because they were just beating up Moxley for like 15 minutes. And so I felt like, okay, they're waiting for something. So yeah, if you would have cut short that moment, and I think if it would have just faded to black and then the show would have been over, I think we would have been totally fine.
Absolutely. You know? Now, our fan Dryson brings up a really good question. He says, what do we think is the WWE equivalent that executes as poorly as the explosion?
That's a good question.
What moment?
What'd you say?
I said Vince blowing his quads out.
That was an explosion.
What about
the
Kurt
death
Angle,
shit?
Shane McMahon, King of the Ring, when he had to throw him through the glass like 7 times for it to break.
Oh yeah, he had to throw him like twice. I did watch that again.
Oh, that was hard to watch, dude.
Yeah,
Shane got beat up.
G1. I knew he threw him more than once.
Right. I'm thinking that it was only one part of that structure that was glass.
So he was like, wow.
So when I watched it again, because I seen a clip of it on YouTube, when I watched it again, it's like, oh shit, he did try it in that same spot twice. Okay.
Twice.
All right.
So instead of going,
I can't say that those are equivalent. This wasn't like a show breaking botch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I was going to say Titus World Slide, but again, that's not pyro.
And that's not an important moment.
Something that WWE did that was in a final match that took me out the match was like Brock Lesnar and who was it? Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton when he fucking elbowed him and broke his head open and he was leaking.
Oh yeah,
I was like, nasty. Yo, I don't think that was supposed to go down like that.
Yeah, that was nasty. When he gave him the hard way. That was rough to watch. I'm just trying to think of a moment where you just like end of a show killed the pay-per-view. What about
the whole Vince McMahon when he got in the car? He supposedly died, and then when somebody else really died, we seen him standing,
he came back,
on the stage with everybody else. Like what? Like damn.
Well, that's like when Hulk Hogan killed the Big Show by throwing him off the roof, or when they did when they did Money in the Bank off WWE towers and they killed like Aleister Black and Kalisto or something like that because they throw him off.
They went off the roof.
Titus O'Neil slid up under the ring when he tripped.
He mentioned World Slide, but that's not nearly as important. As
and they recovered from that because they
10 minutes of jokes,
right? And they used the bull. And honestly, with that, they used the bullshit to their advantage because then the next week he had Titus World Slide shirts and they were going like fucking gangbusters.
Right.
At that point,
shout out to Dragon Master because I think this is one, and this wasn't really a botch though. But I honestly feel like Seth Rollins versus The Fiend, Hell in a Cell. We all remember this, and the crowd was pissed. Like the match ends with no winner. Like it's like no winner. I think The Fiend just disappeared or something like that.
Oh, that one.
Oh, and the all red shit.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing went red, and like. Everybody was booing like this is horrible, and I remember
the cell was bad.
That was pretty bad.
Hey, too soon there, Riles stabby stab.
Vince McMahon in a coma. Is that too soon?
No,
or Linda in a coma?
He said Chris Benoit
it was
tripped
this
episode.
Oh yeah, that was cringe though. That was super cringe.
That was hella
we
cringe.
didn't know that at the time though.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I mean,
That's
you can
true.
go back to a bunch of old Attitude Era stuff and see how cringe and bad it was. Like
didn't Undertaker catch fire?
Triple H drugging, you know, and marrying Stephanie, you know, basically, and them trying to
promoting rape culture.
You mean date rape?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And attempting to kill her and hanging her on a cross and you know all of that stuff. Come on now.
That's true.
Mae Young giving birth to a hand,
and we still watch WWE.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I thought there was a pay-per-view where the Undertaker caught fire, like on some elimination chamber or something.
One of our fans actually just mentioned that. That's
pyro like blew up, was still walking, and he got cooked a little bit.
Oh yeah, he did get burned.
Said, or I did it for the Rock.
I did it for the Rock. You know what? That was a letdown. Rikishi as the dude who ran down Stone Cold. Yeah, that was a letdown.
Whack. But you know, we had the free cable box back in the day when I was watching.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's one where you can be like, "Yo, I feel like I want my money back." You know what I mean? Like what happened here, where people were like chanting refund at this show, like because they were so mad.
I honestly feel like a worse thing that happened at AEW than the ending was that horrible last cutter that Cody tried to give Pentagon, where he basically missed the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
that was worse than
true. That was. Yeah. I agree.
Okay, so I want to
announcer saying how horrible that cutter was.
Did he say, "Oh, didn't get all of them"? Or
you know, he was like that cutter was ugly. And something JR said,
that's the worst cutter I've ever seen. That's what he said.
Right. And he was like, it was ugly, but it got the job to something. He said,
"Yo, JR don't care. He'll say it." Just last month, the Roman Reigns Kevin Owens handcuff fail, where the ref didn't count. That he just stopped counting for some reason. Mm-hmm. That was pretty bad. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if they were like a game-breaking botch like this. I really can't think of one where like the end of the show, it just all fell apart. Like I really can't think of one.
But due to some sort of gimmick,
I don't know,
or due to a match,
due to like a malfunction or a failure. Yeah. You're like,
right on.
It's different.
Yeah.
I mean, how did people feel the first time they saw Mankind get thrown off the cage by Undertaker? I'm sure people thought that he got killed. Oh, the perfect one. Owen Hart dying. That would have been the box.
But that maybe Owen Hart giving Stone Cold the pile driver like on his neck, but I think the dying one wasn't like at the end. I you know,
but it took everybody out of the show.
It took everybody out of
that show live, and it took everything out of everybody. That's fair. That might be the closest to this, like where the whole crowd was like, nah, you know. Oh man,
right.
I don't know.
To get back into that after that happened, even watching it from home and everything going black, like you know.
And they didn't tell the home crowd that he had died, so they told the people watching, you know, but the people who were there in the stadium, they didn't say anything. They mentioned it after they came back from commercial break, like he mentioned it in like a really somber voice, like we just had to confirm that Owen Hart has died, folks, and such and such and such and such. And I was like, damn. Yeah, then it just like went to black, and then 5 minutes later we had another match. Yeah, as I'm finna say, it's like it's like unfortunately the show must go on. Kind of hard to do that after an event like that, but I mean, again, anything live, you just got to keep it rolling. So I will give AEW props for by the time we got back to Wednesday, just living with the reality that they fucked up, and I think that's what really makes them cool is because like shit, they just leaned into it and just took it for what it was, and they'll bounce back. Now, so just for that one thing, we'll give them a pimp slap. We got to slap.
Motherfucker. But other than that, I think it was a great pay-per-view. I don't care what nobody says. Christian coming was dope. I'm excited.
That was whacker in the end.
We gotta talk about it.
Nah, man, that was not whacker.
Okay, let's take a vote amongst the crew Christian coming. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Man,
or thumbs in the middle?
That's a
I
thumbs
called
up
it.
for
I
me.
called it.
That's a thumbs up for me. I called it as soon as Teak was watching with me, and sooner
it's
than
split even. It's 2 thumbs down, 2 thumbs up, and Rand gave a thumbs
and
to
one in the middle.
Listen, the very beginning of his music popped up, and that countdown started. Teak did not say, "Nigga, that's Christian," because that's his TNA music.
He called it. Yeah, they used the TNA music.
They took his whole TNA music.
He looks like the guy who does your
looked trash. What? He looked trash. It's the same man who was Final Four in the Royal Rumble a month ago. He could go.
Man,
so
I didn't want him to be Final Four then. I'm saying what he looked like. He came out in his little Brooks Brothers polo jacket and, and his skinny pants, and he looked like he was there to pick his kid up from AEW wrestling.
No, he was. he had on his.
Not
his
nobody
shirt.
that just went to the.
Was he supposed to come out in his gear? Like,
right. Was he supposed to come out in ring gear? That's what I was trying to figure out.
Right.
What is he supposed to come out in?
You know what was
everybody
weird,
to
though?
be in sleeveless shirts and fucking
I want to
tight
talk
pants?
about a little bit about that.
So you
segment
telling me this Wednesday when you saw him pick up that title in the ring, you was like, "Yep, Christian is my heavyweight champion."
In my personal opinion, I would love to see him win another belt. It's not like he ain't been a champion before.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Kenny Omega murder him because he's not going to be my champion.
Oh man,
yeah. I mean, I ain't mad at that. So the segment was weird. They bring out this podium. He comes out, walks past the podium, goes to the ring, don't say anything.
He didn't say anything. That's maybe the only thing that fucked
and left. Up. So I'm like, maybe he was just excited, in the moment and didn't do what he's supposed to do. But that was weird.
He came out there. He came out there on Wednesday and damn near hit Kenny with that kill switch. Don Callis pulled his ass out the ring. Like,
hasn't said a word yet, but we can talk about that too. But we're gonna get there. I want to take a brief break from AEW and go into Monday Night Raw, where the almighty era has begun. Mm-hmm. Bobby Lashley gets all new entrants, which is pretty fire.
And Black Lightning entrance music.
I'm all about it. I think this means to me, and the fact that they gave Miz his rematch now, is that they have plans for Lashley at least to Mania. But what do you guys think?
Absolutely.
The Hurt Business is here for business forever.
Business is booming.
Yeah, business is booming.
They can set up a corporation in every town. Like, fuck it. That's where it's at. I was kind of upset that the Shelton Benjamin and Cedric kind of lost to the New Day, so it kind of made my guts kind of bubble because I don't want this gold
the McRib.
It McRib my stomach. I didn't want the gold to get away from that Hurt Business right now. Like, let's keep it, man. Let's just keep it going. Like, I think they have a lot that they can build to. Why not? Like, let's just let them have it for longer, please, for longer.
I would like to see him keep it longer too. And like New Day, of all people, don't need any more title runs. Like, if anybody's going to get it, give it to somebody else. I don't know. But
I mean, whatever
happens
with the tag titles. Yeah, whatever happens with the tag titles, they're used to bouncing those back and forth though. But as long as Lashley's title run is a little long,
you have a fact. You have a fact, but for such a faction still really in its infancy to have this huge rocket strapped to them and not really obtain that forward momentum would be a disservice to them because
but it seems like when crews get all the gold, that's when they start their decline.
Well, let's think about Undisputed Era though. Undisputed Era had like at least a solid year,
probably more than that.
And probably
more than that. Do it on the main roster. That's NXT though, baby.
I know. I'm just saying, like, let's just speak for example's sake. Like, they could really pick this
saying, as long as they keep Lashley protected, that's all that matters to me. Like, the Hurt Business, I want them all to shine, but hey, it's Bobby Lashley right now. What they call it, Monday Night Lashley. Like
Monday Night Lashley. I like it.
We got the Hurt Lock going on. That's the most protected move right now. Nobody gets out of it.
Yeah. I'm here for it. So, question. I mean, I'll be in and out of Raw every week. Would you say that Lashley and the Hurt Business? Well, maybe not all of them, but is Lashley a face now? Like, I don't know what's happening.
I think we touched on this last week when I said that I feel like they're kind of like hired guns. Like if you look at Luke Cage, he was a hero for hire. He wasn't a bad guy, but if somebody is going to pay me to do something, like they fought Retribution and they fought The Miz for the payday, you know?
Okay, so he's a tweener. Like, so they're depending on the situation, because now it's like, I noticed, you know, if the Hurt Business is fighting the New Day, then obviously they're the heels. But he's fighting the Miz, who's trying to cheat, then he's kind of the face in that situation.
It's all business, baby. It's all business. The Hurt
business. I like it. I was excited, and at first I was like, why are they doing the rematch now? Like, this sounds like a Fastlane match. But it's like, to me, this lets me know that they have further plans for him. So I'm hoping that keeps up. And
Marco said he's a face for us. He might not be a face for everybody else.
Yep. I can see that.
Agreed.
You know, Raw was a very long show, but there's some other things that happened. We got Braun and Shane doing this.
No, this is garbage.
I don't know what's happening here.
Shane has to jump off something at WrestleMania. That's why he's back.
That's what it is.
It's like clockwork, baby. Like anytime Fastlane is like in the horizon, Shane just has to peel his
there real fast. He has to get there.
He got to get thrown off something. I get it. He got to have a Mania moment. So
they
just like plugged him in.
Braun, it's like, okay, Braun, the biggest person, you know, he's going to demolish Shane, but Shane will drop the elbow off something off the top of the. Are they going to be at the pirate ship again? Is he going to drop the elbow off the plane?
He gonna coast the coast off the pirate ship to the
no. They're gonna load Shane McMahon into a pirate cannon, and he's just gonna coast to coast from a pirate cannon.
Actually, we got motherfucker. He's gonna hurt somebody. He's actually gonna be thrown by Tom Brady. And he's gonna land on Braun Strowman. Tom Brady.
He's gonna fire that cannon. Tom Brady's probably gonna fire that cannon.
Braun's gonna be out there.
Yeah.
Marco That's a good one. That Braun never has anything to do during Mania. He's like so far at the bottom of the list when it comes to Mania. He's a sideshow attraction when Mania comes around.
That's a good description.
Wolverine speedball.
That's a good description. He's an attraction.
He's an attraction
because right now he's not doing anything relevant.
Champ again?
Yo, we need Nicholas back. Is that what he needs?
Yeah, can you get?
Yo, where is Nicholas? We need to check up on him. I bet you his life's going better than Braun's right now.
I think Nicholas's dad might have gotten fired.
Oh God, no, his dad's still there.
Oh, his dad's still there.
He's still a ref. Yeah. I feel like
Nicholas.
Right. I feel you're right. Like with Braun, we talked about it a little bit last week. Like they maybe they took a little too long to put the rocket on him. When they did, no one cared. And it's just now it's awkward. He's just big and he's just there. It's strange because it's like, shouldn't he technically be in the title picture? But like no one really like there's no space for him.
But then they also made him. They made him seem like he's big and stupid now because they did the whole thing where he was mad that he wasn't in the elimination chamber, and they're like, "Yo, that was for world champs, not universal champions."
Right.
So it's like Shane is behind his back calling them stupid.
Right. Like it's really not great. Also, we got Drew and Sheamus in a double knockout. I feel like this will end in some kind of gimmick match at the pay-per-view.
Fire match, but the fact that it was a no contest was it was a little upsetting. It was I really wanted someone to come out on top. It was such brutality to not have a clear winner. Me personally, I just wanted someone to come out on top.
This is the part where the same thing I said last week, that the one thing I can say about AEW, all bullshit aside, is that they usually will do clean finishes. It's not a whole lot of bullshit finishes. WWE seems to specialize in bullshit finishes other than NXT.
I'll give WWE this. I get why they did it because Fedora's on. They're gonna, they're kind of making it a mini series between these two, right?
Yeah.
So therefore, I think Sheamus won. I think this is the no contest, so they're going to go into final round mode, and they're just going to fight it out then.
That's fair. All right, so there's nothing else really that happened here. Randy spit up some black stuff again, and good match though, him and AJ. But you know,
but hey, it was a distraction. It was a distraction finish. You know, he got distracted by, you know, the illegitimate clown child of Alexa Bliss.
Oh,
and
shit. So,
you know,
so do we all agree that somehow Randy has the fiend inside of him? And he's gonna somehow become the fiend or something.
God, I hope not.
I hope not.
Don't ruin Randy.
He already hears voices in his head. We don't need him to fulfill all of those voices. Like we good. We okay. Randy versus Soulja Boy.
Yo,
That's good to watch on Twitters, man.
Yo, you gotta watch
exchange is wild.
If you haven't seen this exchange, guys.
Randy Orton is like pull up on him on the block.
He's like this close. Yo, Randy's like this close to losing his access to the cookout. If you notice, he gets closer and closer to saying something inappropriate in these tweets.
Big Draco better leave Randy alone. He gonna come through and burn his house down. You see how he did the thing?
I swear to God. So Soulja Boy is a legend killer to Soulja Boy is a legend to the streaming world because he was the first dude to hit like 1 million downloads in life. But if you know Orton, he's the legend killer. Soulja Boy, better leave that man alone.
Yep.
I've seen him in person. I'm about 6'1", 250. He's about 6'5", 250. I don't want no smoke with Orton.
He's a human action figure, dude.
Yeah,
that
he
dude
really
is huge.
is.
Straight up.
I've stood next to this motherfucker.
Soulja Boy gonna be on Vlad talking about how he had to bust them shots at Randy Orton. Yo, and then
Be like,
you know.
I was outside, like, wow, like what's good?
Man, I've said this before with some of these cats. I've said this before with some of these cats. You never realize how larger than life they are until you're literally in a conversation circle with Randy Orton's wife, and then Brody Lee, and it's like, God damn,
These are some big boys.
And Braun Strowman bring his ass next to me. Mm-hmm. One of his arms look like two of mine and shit. He's like, oh man, I'm just happy to have a good job, man. Just he's
big boys, man, just big. All right, so let's move forward to what some would say is the A show on Wednesdays. What'd you say, Teak?
Oh, just before we get off of it, I just wanted to ask. I had mentioned it in the group chat when it happened, but so MVP on Instagram talking about Lashley versus Brock.
Oh, we all want it.
We all want that.
That's money.
Does Brock want it? Is the question.
That's money.
Brock better bring his ass.
If he's talking about it, do you think he's trying to hype it up to get them to do it, or you think that we're never going to get it? Rock was saying we're never going to get that match.
I don't think Brock Lesnar gives a shit.
I don't think Brock. Yeah, I don't think he cares. But I want to see it. I want to see it for sure. We all do, but the question is, I don't know.
Lose, right? Is that what you're saying? That he wouldn't come back to?
That's on the problem.
I don't think Brock has a problem losing. Brock losing doesn't.
He'll take a L. Yeah. I don't know what their relationship is right now. I think he'd have to re-up for like a lot of money for that to happen.
And this is kind of funny to say, but he wouldn't have an advocate because Paul Heyman's busy right now.
Yeah,
well,
Paul
that would make it a whole different thing then in his case, right? And they got this new money from Peacock. They can pay.
Maybe he'll bring Sable back, and Sable will be his valet.
He needs an advocate. Yeah, so they can't pull Paul away.
Now, you see a limo or something pull up, and then the limo door get open and Sable step out, and then Brock get out the limo.
I mean, that would be fire. That would be fire. But Sable, I don't think is like she's not in a position to work with them again.
With them guys.
She ain't messing with the E no more. Never again.
Give him Teddy Long. It's fine.
Holla, holla, holla.
What if it was some cattle? What if he rode in on some cattle, Rock?
Only if you have 5 said cattle before it's all said and done.
You gotta go 1-on-1 with Brock Lesnar, player.
Parking spot.
Yes.
You gotta go 1-on-1 with Brock Lesnar, player. Holla, holla, holla.
All right, I gotta move on to AEW. I mean to NXT.
No.
So,
NXT,
All right, so NXT advertises a really, really big night, and I would say delivers on a really, really big night.
Two big announcements.
We got all these big announcements. William Regal announces Takeover, 2-day Takeover. What do y'all think?
Yeah, it's called like Stand and Deliver.
Stand and Deliver, yes, sir. Yeah. That was actually leaked in a copyright thing, so we kind of loosely knew the title before they made it official. But yeah, Stand and Deliver, a 2 nights takeover. Now
Eisen, that's a crazy thing he just put in the chat.
Yo,
Limo pulls up and Dana White steps out as the rep for the new rep for Brock. Oh, fire. Damn!
That's money right there. Yo, that's money.
Hello.
That's good booking right there.
That is great booking. Shout out to Dryzen on that. Booking. Damn, that would be. I mean,
I'm here for it.
Dana White, come on, he would love the opportunity to show up on some WWE programming. I feel like.
Man, that would
be right up his fucking alley.
I mean, that would be WWE's best move to combat all of the other wrestling companies coming together.
Yeah, that's true. If he went WWE, that's true. If he went UFC, that would kill him.
They gonna have. I'm gonna be honest. If Stand delivers WrestleMania weekend, right?
Yes,
they gonna have a hard. I'm gonna be honest, and we say this a lot. Usually they try to combat it, but if they talking about a 2-night takeover, they'll have a hard time. WrestleMania will have a hard time living up to that. If we talk about, as far as wrestling fans are concerned, like myself, that don't care about all the other bullshit. Yeah, like that's gonna be a crazy situation. Yeah. And now we got some new faces in the mix, and we got some, now that the Undisputed Era is broken up, of course, Kyle O'Reilly beat the fuck out of Adam Cole, man. That shit was great
right now.
Huh?
Yeah. We don't want to. Let's get back to those announcements though before we
talk NXT. William Regals announces Stand and Deliver. Also, now please explain this because again, I don't watch a lot of NXT, but he brought out Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez.
Yes,
gave them the NXT Tag Team Championships.
I was a little sour on this too.
And then Shotzi Blackheart and Ember Moon challenges them to defend these titles on the same night that they were given to them. Yeah. So can somebody explain this? Like, why give them? Why are you giving somebody titles?
Giving them the titles kind of like some loser shit though, because it was like, y'all fought the WWE Women's Tag Champs and y'all lost. So here, by default, we'll make y'all the runner up, so y'all the NXT champ.
That was stupid. That was stupid as hell. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, why not just have a match for the title?
They could have done a match. They definitely could not do another tournament since they just had the Dusty Classic. It was more surprising to me though that for them to defend it on night one and to lose it on night one.
On night one.
That's why they should have been given the title. They should have just fought.
Point.
Right. It's like you just kind of reversed your Dusty Classic whole, like, it just seemed weird.
It made no fucking sense to me. And I'm a NXT stan, so it's like, damn.
Yep, right there.
It would have all made more sense if he would have just said, we got these titles. I'm gonna take the two people, which was Raquel Gonzalez and whoever versus Ember Moon.
Yeah, Ember just Moon put them in the air.
And
have a match for it.
Whoever wins this match gets the title.
That's all you had to do.
That seemed very easy to do. That was and NXT gets it right 99 times out of 100. So I was really confused about that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we got a fire match, NXT Women's Championship, Io Shirai and Toni Storm.
Great match.
Man,
yes.
I'm gonna just say I think Io Shirai and Toni Storm are like top 5 women in the business right now.
Yeah, it's like Sean versus Brett every time.
Yeah,
man, thicker than a cold bowl of grits, boy.
You said it, Sean versus Brett. Like this is what it feels like when they're in the ring together. Like this was freaking magic, dude.
Man, we had one of the sexiest and most dopest in the ring Japanese chick in the ring, and then you had one of the sexiest, dopest. I believe Toni Storm's from Australia, if I'm not mistaken. We had her in the ring. And it was just it was fire visually as well as it was fire in the match. wonderful. God. So wonderful.
Yeah, it was
a fire match.
Io Shirai's run as NXT Women's Champion should be talked about a lot more than it does get talked about.
Yeah,
her run has been incredible. I'm curious who they're going to pair her up with at TakeOver, and I wonder if that's going to be the point where she may drop the title, because she's had it for 200 and some days or whatever.
Yeah, it's been a dominant run.
Tony could come over there and get it.
You know what? Let me say this: her run, and this is me being hella biased.
Okay.
Her run is way more impressive than Trashka's run in NXT.
Oh, see, here we go.
Oh, shit.
Here we go. You just had to
throw
the Oscar slander up. Come on, stop it.
Rock. I got to do it to you.
All right,
motherfucker.
And
I agree with that.
And beat better talent, just because of it was a different time for NXT. But I don't know. Nah.
I'm rolling.
Listen, so and then you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think Toni Storm has ever had the American NXT Women's Championship. She was the first NXT UK Women's title, but she's never had it. So maybe it is time. Maybe we do need to see Toni, as NXT Women's Champion over here. Like that would be fire to me.
Right. Are you saying that you think that Io is the best women's tag champion? I mean, the best women's NXT champion? My bad.
You know what? It's tough because I feel like she belongs on the Mount Rushmore of NXT Women's Champions, along with Sasha Banks, along with Charlotte,
Shayna,
along with Shayna Baszler. So I mean, she's definitely up there. That title has a lot of prestige to it. Quiet as kept. So to have Toni
Shayna Baszler's run is high on the list for me because of the brutality that she did during her run.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of bittersweet because Rhea Ripley is going to be called up to main roster, but I would still like to see Rhea maybe at least go to this takeover and like really run shot before like one last run at a takeover.
Yeah, Rhea's on her way to Raw. So just to answer that question. And second
Rhea.
Yeah, second NXT UK Women's Champion was Toni Storm. Wasn't the first one that Kaylee Ray chick, right? Or is that what it was?
The first
NXT UK Women's Champion. I thought it was Toni Storm, but if not, was it Kaylee Ray? I can't remember. We have to get back into that. Sure I have to watch it again.
Somebody will drop us in the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's been the women, man. I think that's my favorite part of NXT is the women's matches usually, and no disrespect because there's always fire matches.
Yeah,
everywhere.
It was Kaylee Ray.
It was Kaylee Ray. Okay,
yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, yep. Kaylee Ray was the first. Toni was the second. Toni took it from her.
All right, so we then, like you said, they lose the title. I saw a take on it that says this gives the NXT tag titles a really interesting story with them being like given and then lost the same night. So it's kind of memorable, and arguably the two top tag teams have had it. So
I'm sorry, Rhea Ripley was the first.
Oh shit!
My bad. I looked it up.
Yeah, it was Ripley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
She actually beat Toni Storm in the inaugural championship. November 2008 or 18.
Right.
I'm all living in the past.
Thank you.
So it was my
Sensei for dropping that in the
year 1818.
Yeah.
So it was my girl Rhea, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rhea. I forgot. Rhea, that's my
Kaylee
buddy.
Ray is currently the longest reigning.
Aha.
Probably due to pandemic reasons. Kind of like Chris Bay is the longest Zealot Pro Wrestling champion.
Right. It's like, hey, you can't lose if they don't have a match.
That's true. Finesse, the ultimate finesse. Shout out.
All right, so Rock, I want to get your opinion on the main event of that night, which was Adam Cole versus the champion Finn Balor.
Yeah.
How was this match?
Oh man, fire, which shouldn't be a surprise to anyone and that's watching. You put Adam Cole and Finn Balor,
baby,
you're gonna get magic. They went for 20 minutes. I mean, they did everything you could possibly expect them to do.
Yes.
Still, I mean, great false finishes, close calls. I mean, that match is why NXT is as dope as NXT is, because they're able to do what they do on a consistent basis. And I wish the main roster would have more matches like this. Give the wrestling fans some actual wrestling. So if you haven't seen the match, I highly recommend checking it out. It was dope. The ending kind of sets up where it looks like things are going for not only Finn Balor, but also Adam Cole, because we saw Kyle O'Reilly come out and
beat that ass,
get up in Cole's. And
well, I think the way he did it when he tore off that UE patch, that was great. Very, very significant.
Yeah, because Adam Cole had the nerve to say, "Hey, the undisputed era ends when I say it ends." Kyle O'Reilly's like, "Fuck that! This shit over now. I'm beating your ass, bro."
And then you also get the great shot of Finn in the ring, standing. He looks over his shoulder. Who's behind him?
What took you so long? I love that.
It looks like we're going to be getting Karrion Kross and Finn Balor at
With
TakeOver.
Cross.
And this is again, this is I got to say this via obligation. Bullet Club is fine. Okay, fine. They got all the gold.
They're fine. They have mad gold. They're good. Bullet Club's fine.
Such a great setup. I love that. I don't think anybody's ever did that. Acknowledge that somebody was behind them. That Mark was like, "What took you so long?" And that Mark Cross was right there, like, "What up?"
Yo,
ooh, that's so
good.
crazy.
I mean, it was kind of long awaited. Like,
I'm ready for that.
Why was Cross fucking around with the cruiserweight team? That was weird.
That was super weird.
Nobody.
Yeah, that was just giving him something to do to get ready for this. I guess
for sure.
He was just staying active.
It's not like what's his face didn't. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like dude didn't hold his own. Like some of these cruiserweights
didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense, but for the match, like, you have to understand wrestlers are wrestlers. Like, I remember back in the day, in the earlier days of TNA in the X division, they would say it's not about weight limits, it's about no limits. So you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you can, if you can go, you can go, man. It wasn't like I forget the dude's name who's over the Legado del Fantasma. What do they call him now? What's his name?
Santos Escobar.
Yes, Santos Escobar still looked good against Karrion Kross. It wasn't just like a flat out just shit show. You know what I'm saying?
And Santos Escobar, if you did watch NXT, he was up in William Regal's ear about the return next week of somebody we have not seen in NXT UK or NXT in quite some time. That would be Mr. Jordan Devlin is back on NXT.
Oh, I can't wait.
Jordan Devlin.
That was my dude.
That boy's good, but if I remember right, I think he's been off of TV because there was some controversy. His name was mentioned in some not so
maybe at this point his name is clear.
Circumstances, and the whole dudes being ass and trash and to women and whatnot. I think his name was brought up.
Right.
He's been off of everything.
Yeah, for a hot minute.
Yeah, he has. Wow. All right.
Well, plot thickens.
The plot thickens.
The plot does thicken.
Thinking of Tony
Storm. Yeah, what do you guys think about
like Tony Storm? Good.
Okay,
well put.
G1,
Well
my
put.
simpatico over here.
Yes, sir.
What do you guys think about trying to gain some traction back over there in NXT, trying to get what's those guys' names?
Leon Ruff.
You talking about the you talking about the Grizzly Young Veterans?
G1 should know who I'm talking about.
Grizzly Young Veterans?
No, Imperium was talking about that Ciampa and Thatcher trying to get those guys.
Yeah, oh man. I don't know, man.
I want Thatcher versus Walter. Give me that.
Oh, I'm with that. I
want Walter on TakeOver. We need Walter on TakeOver.
If it's 2 days long, homie. If it's 2
why
days
not?
long,
why
bring
not?
him.
Yes.
Quarantine.
Because they
Early.
said that Thatcher used to be part of their group, so they're saying that they want him to join back. And he's like, since you're in a tag team
Wait,
with
Thatcher was
Ciampa, you
Imperium?
can bring Ciampa with you.
Wait,
was he?
Thatcher was Imperium?
No, whatever they were before Imperium.
Oh,
they were a
that.
group before Imperium.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yo,
It was with him and Dragunov. Him, Dragunov, and Walter.
Yeah,
that would be crazy. Now, could you imagine that would just be a really stiff match? Say if it's a triple threat. Say if you got Walter, Dragunov, and Timothy Thatcher.
Devlin was cleared. Okay.
Everybody just gets smacked, thrown, smacked.
A lot of smacks.
One shot with the impact of a gunshot.
Okay, yes, Thatcher was in a group with Walter and Marcel Bartel in the Indies before WWE.
I like Marcel. I didn't even realize Marcel was in the Indies. I like Marcel Bartel. I think he's a really solid competitor. He makes everything look good, man. He's just dope and precise. People sleep on dude, but he's tight.
So last NXT point that Shonika asked, and I guess I would ask too. Do you think we get Demon Finn in the next feud?
I like it.
Oh, no.
I like it. Oh yeah, that makes sense too.
Dude, Demon Finn for Karrion Kross? Yes.
I feel like that would make more sense than any other time to bring it out.
Oh, against Kross?
It's an equivalent. I mean, it's the equivalent to the Mania moment because it's around the same time.
It's Mania time. Like, why not? Bring out that demon.
Bring that shit out. Bring them out. Bring them out.
I feel like I don't know. Yeah, I think it would be dope. This would be the time to do it. I haven't seen the demon in a while. I'm with it. That would be dope. All right, so now we got
anything.
You can't hear?
Testicles 1, 2.
Hey.
You gotta get a mic. You gotta get a cam.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on mute. Did he mute himself?
Now he's cut off.
Maybe the StreamYard overloaded him.
Oh yeah. If you're on your phone, I would not recommend it.
Yo.
All right. Okay, so let's talk Dynamite, which starts off with all right, we're not gonna go match for match, but there were some great highlights. I thought the Phoenix Matt Jackson match was very good.
Hell yeah.
Banger.
Oh my god, that was such a good match.
Phoenix is my favorite guy in AEW right now.
Ray Phoenix is literally like
Number
Rey
one.
Mysterio for the year 3031. I don't know what dude, like he's like walking fucking Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah,
the shit that he's capable of doing in the ring, I've never seen a Lucha Libre, and I've been watching Lucha Libre. I used to go to Lucha events in Chicago, and I've just never seen a luchador move like this guy. I've never seen anybody do the stuff that he does.
He's got like this insane style where he's like always turned up to 11. Whenever he does that tope dive and he lands in like the railing, that always makes me like clinch up because I'm afraid he's gonna bust his ankles on the railing.
One day, I get scared about that too.
Yeah, but but anytime he's on there, man, he's a human highlight reel. And
absolutely,
if you have JR, who's probably seen it all, hyping up Ray Phoenix, I mean, come on,
right? Jim Ross is even like, man, he's just something else. I think my favorite move that he does, which I would love to see somebody use as a finisher, just me, when he runs up to the rope. He'll hop off the second rope and he do a whole Tommy Oliver. He do a whole Power Ranger spin kick on this motherfucker. I love that move.
It's so dope. Bow. Oh yeah, the run kick. Oh, so dope.
I love that. Hop the rope, bow.
Well, and after this match, I want to see Pac versus Nick, and then
I feel like that's next.
And then let's just get this set up for that way we can do an official tag team match. Why not?
So here we go with my two gripes, and I'm ready to be challenged on these two gripes.
Come on.
They are generally AEW gripes. I said it last week. I said it the week before. We didn't need all the gimmick matches. I also said it that I didn't think that the ranking system was being taken seriously. And here we go. Christian pops up. And all of a sudden, Christian is looking at the AEW title like, oh, don't mind if I do. Just step. Okay. Who's that? Miro? Who else is that? Pac? Who else is top 5 over there? Let's look at these power rankings. And you like, I'm curious because once again, they seem to sidestep this ranking system to fit a convenient, narrative and timing. So Christian being in the ring with Kenny, to me, was like, I didn't want to see that. I didn't need to see that.
Don't need to see it.
And not to say they won't have a good match, but I don't need to see.
He looked like that belt was too heavy for him when he picked it up.
Yeah, dude, really?
All the Christian slander is just out of control.
Yeah, so wild.
Oh God, he couldn't hold the belt.
God,
but man, I don't know. Neo, do you have any thoughts on this before I go on?
No.
All right. Do you agree? Disagree?
I think it's too early to say. But if we know AEW, they'll probably, because I said the same thing about Sting, but now we got Sting doing like cinematic matches,
which makes sense.
Yeah, which makes sense.
I'm okay with that.
But it's too early to say. I like where it's going, and yes,
I want to see.
If you're looking for a problem, you're gonna find it. So you're bringing up the power rankings. You're very correct. Like, I'm not going to fight you there, but this could also be, again, like another spectacle part, the spectacle part of AEW versus like for it to be like a competition. Yeah. Maybe the top contender can fight Christian. Right. So we'll kind of see how it goes, but I like it. Like two Canadians fighting in the ring. I mean, we saw what Christian did in the Royal Rumble. He looked very good.
Christian can still work, man.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he's going to do in the AEW ring.
Someone mentioned to me, and I thought maybe this is interesting. I think somebody talked about it earlier. The fact that Christian hasn't said anything on the mic. Could there be like? Do you think there's like a promo gag order on like on guys like when they come over where it's like you can't talk for 30 days?
Yeah, that would be mad shicey. That'd be a VKM thing to do.
Like you could show up, but you just can't get on the mic.
You better learn sign language.
I want Powerhouse Hobbs to bump into Christian and then disrespect him. What you looking at, old man? I just want him to get beat up.
Oh my God.
Yep.
All I'm say is this, man.
Mm-hmm.
They bring in another old dude who's apparently been thrusted into the quote unquote main event picture because he's dealing with Kenny Omega. When there are other younger stars on that roster that would probably be more deserving of a match with Kenny Omega than Christian Cage. Sorry, I like Christian, but Christian's never going to move the needle for me. It didn't move the needle for me when he went to TNA, when he left WWE the first time. I didn't care. It's Christian. He was never, he was always in that second tier.
Let's go, Rock. Let's go. Tell him how you feel.
So
I mean, he's right. You're right. He's never been a top guy.
He was never a world champ until he left WWE, and he won the team because he was TNA champ.
And he won the title in WWE.
When he won the big gold, was that after that?
Christian wrestle outside of his funny gimmick. Honestly,
I'm sorry,
so
but
I might be missing something. But
Christian is a good mechanic. He's always been labeled.
No, I think he is.
Yeah, he's not good
for sure. But to your point, the fact that he's been such a good mechanic, what's to say Christian without the restrictions? What's stopping Christian?
That's what I'm saying.
From going full potential, because he's always been a mechanic.
Okay,
he's always been someone to help elevate.
If that's the case, why not pair Christian Cage up with one of the younger guys?
That would be well. And
this is my thought. This is my thought, Rock. I think he's probably doing this maybe for selfish reasons because he needs a stage to prove that he can go with the best of him. Even in this generation.
I thought that AEW already had a librarian on their show.
Wow. Shut up, dude.
Yo.
Wow.
The opinions of Teak Hall do not reflect the
First of all,
Mania podcast.
First of all, the person that was the librarian is not a librarian no more. He's Pretty Peter Avalon. Shout out to Peter Avalon.
So the position became available. That's what you're saying. Okay.
God,
oh my God. Christian's a librarian.
God,
come on, you gotta put a little respect on Christian's name. He can go.
Listen.
And yeah, maybe
I had his action figure.
To Neo's point, maybe this is like
it didn't come in the Edge pack.
Right. Maybe it's a short-term deal where he's like, yo, I just want to main event one pay-per-view and then I'm chilling, you know? That could have been his deal. Who's to say?
Yeah.
I mean, he won't beat Kenny, but like, who's to say it wasn't just like, yo, let me get one pay-per-view just so while my name is still hot after the Rumble, and then we'll see what's what, you know? And then I don't know. But yes, I would have liked to see him with a younger act. But to be fair, Rock, that's exactly what Sting did. He got with Darby, and they got with a younger guy, and we didn't like that. We still didn't like it, you know? So I don't think there's any pleasingness on this one.
Did you like the cinematic match? You didn't like that?
I loved it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm just saying Rock didn't like when Sting appeared on AEW.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think Sting needs to be doing anything in the ring, taking bumps. When he took that power bomb in the cage, I was like, why are you doing this?
His soul left his body. That's a picture that lives in my mind rent free. He's just
his
like
soul leaving his body. Wow. Also, good another point. Good point with Drizzen saying Sting didn't need to get the pin in that match, but I didn't even remember honestly who got the pin. I had to look at it again.
Sting pinned Ricky Starks.
Okay, because there was a lot of stunts, a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
I love that match, but I didn't realize that they commentated that match, which to me is a terrible idea. Like, I don't know why they did. Like, I thought it was great watching it the way we watched it at the show, where there was no commentary and we just, enjoyed it. But
it was taped beforehand, right? It was taped beforehand.
Yeah, it was a cinematic match.
Yeah.
So
I like the commentary because I can't deal with the silence sometimes.
I didn't catch that match, but the only cinematic matches I have any reference to is what Taker and AJ did in the Boneyard. Was this on that level of production and quality?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it looks like Lucha Underground. That's what I kept saying.
It really did.
About it. Yeah.
Said that too.
Definitely.
If I can add an element to that, the fact that you had Taz on commentary, it was really interesting because he's the advocate for Team Taz. So you kind of have this not only do you have this conflict, in the street fight, but now you have this kind of conflict also brewing in the commentary, which I thought was personally entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm with it.
I like how Hobbs showed up in a bulletproof vest and a orange ski mask.
Mm-hmm. The ski mask is cool.
He also had Tim's on too.
But I was like, who are you hiding from? Like, we know it's you. Like,
Powerhouse Hobbs. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't realize it at first. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, oh shit.
No, I knew it was him as soon as he ran out, but I'm like, who else would be jumping somebody? Why you got a mask?
Exactly. Like, we know who you here for. Like, what,
Right, man.
Team Taz, made everybody look good. Darby took
Hook.
sick bumps. He went all out.
Coffin drop from that whole
Hook with some moves.
Cage Hook.
Good.
Hook had to listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, Team Taz low key might be my favorite thing in AEW. I like that whole squad. I love Ricky Starks.
They gotta get some wins, man. They gotta get some wins.
They do gotta get some wins. They got a lot of wins on Dark. They need to get some wins on Dynamite. I watched personally.
I ain't giving Hook no love yet. He gets his name, but that's about it. He got to show me something. But
you got to Tazplex somebody.
Yeah, but he might suplex a motherfucker. But they run Dark.
Like walking up the stairs though, while he had Darby Allin in the suplex position.
Oh, that shit there. Nuts. I don't rock. If you did not see that
too.
Dude, literally, Brian Cage walked up a flight of stairs with Darby Allin in suplex position. And look comfortable as hell.
Some people can't even carry their groceries up a flight of stairs. This man held a whole
he had a whole dude like this. A whole man stairs, dude.
Hey, to be honest though, Darby Allin got suplex into me, and I kind of shook it off too. Just saying.
He's that light like that.
He's light.
Yo,
that's fair.
The nachos ain't taking
off. They sold heavy. So speaking of selling heavy, we get the Inner Circle War Council. Of course, more Maki Ito.
Oh wait, hold on, Ram. Before you get to that, because my phone had fell out the chat. Did you guys talk about Pentagon challenging Cody?
No, but I wanted to get to that. Okay, there's a couple things. You know what? Somebody hit me and was like, I think too much happened on this Dynamite. And I was like, how's that even a thing? And he was like, I think it was just too much. But now you look at it, you're like, yo, okay. We had Cody starts a new thing with Penta. We got what else? We got
Scorpio fight Darby.
Scorpio Darby. So Scorpio turns like full heel, I guess. We start the Christian and Omega thing. They explain the explosion. We got
in the War Council, like you said.
We had the 3-on-3, right? The 3-on-3 women's match.
The six woman tag match.
Six women tag.
A lot happened, man.
It was a lot.
Then you get the Inner Circle War Council. So we got
Bryson is hilarious talking about.
But I just think it's funny because in my mind, Pentagon wants to fight Cody because he gave him that whack ass cutter at the pay-per-view. So he's like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, he's fighting him over the whack cutter. So I honestly feel like,
and he told him, he said, if it was just you and me, I'd have beat you. So he's kind of like, you think what do you call him? He said, if you think you're the Prince of Wrestling, I'm the Lord of Lucha Libre.
I'm the Lord of Lucha Libre. I was all about it. I'm like, let's go. I like this feud. Unfortunately, Cody's gonna go over, but you know,
he bet I'm gonna kick your ass.
I'm gonna be so mad.
Might not. He's hurt.
You know what? He's gonna sell the injury, but he's gonna grit it out and lose in a gritty manner. Like, oh, he tried so hard. But yeah, I want to see that happen. So
maybe Pentagon. Look, maybe Pentagon put him out though, so that he can go spend some time with his kid. Think about that, because if he's got the hurt arm, Pentagon breaks arms, or he might pack his power drive room, injure him, so then he's got to leave.
Ooh. Okay, he could write him off. I like that. So now, we got to get to the end where everything. This is another long
War
part.
Council and wrap it up.
All right, so the Inner Circle War Council happens. Neo, you wanna summarize this one?
So it was definitely like a telenovela. It was popping.
Definitely.
It was definitely a telenovela. And shout outs to Sammy Guevara for really digging up the dirt on MJF. Come to find out, MJF was going to turn Santana and Ortiz and Hager against Jericho, but again, Sammy with the TMZ footage turned the tables on him, and then Jericho confirming like, "Yo, the Inner Circle's down since day one. Like we WhatsApp all the time." I like, it was kind of like it was a double turn, right, boys?
Yeah.
Where you had, suddenly, MJF was the evil conniving one.
And we called that. We knew that was going to happen. We said MJF is doing something from the inside, whether it's breaking down the Inner Circle or he's setting up for something else. And it worked out.
I didn't see this because this was an intricate plot. I didn't see this.
Yeah, and now we got like the six horsemen.
Right. That ain't gonna be out here like this. 6 horsemen.
Well, it's 4 wrestlers, and then you got MJF and
MJF.
So you have Wardlow, MJF. You have Wardlow, MJF.
I'm not counting MJF. He's like a manager.
You have Cash, you have Dax, and you have Sean Spears, and then you have Tully, right? And so I don't know. I think they maybe just scrap the word 4 and just go with the Horsemen.
The Horsemen.
So I was feeling like MJF shouldn't have been part of this when I was watching it, because if you would have just had like a double cross where like Wardlow left MJF and joined up with the Horsemen, the phony Horsemen, whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Then it would have been 4 of them at that time. And
but
then
they need a mouthpiece. They need a guy, and I think MJF is the mouthpiece. You need a flair.
Oh, is that not who the old dude is no more?
Tully is not the best behind the mic. He really isn't.
He's not great.
Cash is pretty good. I'm sorry, Dax is pretty good.
Damn, so they're going to get rid of Tully is what's going to happen.
No, I think
Tully is the JJ Dillon. Yeah. He's like,
perfect.
MJF is going to get rid of him, man, from the inside. He's going to make he's going to make the revival.
You know what?
Get rid of
last week they teased the 4, which let me know that this all just came together without a plan, or like a long-term plan, rather.
Yo,
they teased the 4. They had Arn come out, tease the 4 too, and now you got 6. So I think Wardlow. Yeah, I think Wardlow is going to have to go at some point, because think about it. You got MJF as the Flair. Maybe not yet.
No, Wardlow is the He's the muscle.
Bruiser.
He's
the muscle. You need a bruiser.
He's Mongo.
He's Mongo. Exactly.
He's Mongo.
He's
no,
Mongo.
Spears is no. Come on, Sean Spears is Mongo. Come on, y'all.
No, Sean Spears can wrestle. The fuck?
Sean Spears ain't got no business being compared to anything Horseman related.
No, he's not. He's not Horseman material.
Right, but to say he's Mongo McMichael who can't wrestle worth a goddamn. Wow, that's just foul, dude.
He don't belong in there. So you got MJF as the leader. You got your heavy hitter tag team that was Arn and Ole, FTR, and Tully is the manager, the JJ Dillon, right. And somebody got to go between Wardlow and Spears, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they're probably going to scrap the word 4 and then just be the Horsemen.
Just the Horsemen.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of feel like I'm just glad that it's actually paid off. Think about it. Think about it, boys. How long have we talked about a potential four horsemen stable?
That's true. It's been like a year plus.
Yeah,
maybe.
It's finally like paying
the Stallionaires.
Off. There you go.
Ooh.
The stable. The horsies, the thoroughbreds. I don't know.
The Stallion.
They probably don't own.
That sounds like a group. So. That sounds like a group ran by Megan.
The Wild
Stallion. The Stallionaires was them rappers that was on Everybody Loves New York. You don't remember the Stallionaires?
Yeah, the two brothers.
Chance and Real.
Hold on, Shanika. Excellent.
Wild Stallions. We're Wild Stallions from San Dimas, California.
Hello, San Dimas.
Chance or Real that died?
So, I think
Chance.
Was it Chance?
Was it Chance?
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Chance.
Yeah, rest in peace, Chance. I didn't watch that entire series. Reality TV makes my ass itch. I can't do too much of it.
Their own show after I Love New York.
They did.
They sure did. A real chance of love.
So Daigo says, put some respect on Spears' name. I think Spears has to put some respect on his own name and get out there and have some good matches. But not to say he's bad, but he's not Mongo. I ain't gonna disrespect.
Maybe he's Barry Windham.
Hey,
he's Sid. No, he ain't even Sid.
Probably like a Barry Windham, maybe.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, at least give him Barry.
No,
don't give him Mongo. God damn.
I mean, what he did to old boy with the chair in the ring,
That's what I'm saying. And y'all don't and see, I don't think y'all
his biggest moment is hitting somebody with a chair. Like his biggest highlight in wrestling is smacking somebody with a chair.
He's the chairman.
He's still fucking people up with the chairs.
Yeah. Yo, he messed Sammy up. Yo, I thought that dude was dead.
Yo, he curved him right into that chair turnbuckle. That was crazy.
Sammy's neck was up in the chair. I was like, oh, dang.
His whole mouth.
His mouth was somebody like that.
Frame.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be his thing. He does innovative things with chairs. So.
He should. I think he should have stuck with the chairman shit a long time ago. I think the chair is one of the most versatile weapons in wrestling, and it's something that can be used in a million situations. And so if you gonna be the guy that just like the Dudley Boys with the tables.
But G1, my man is hitting everybody hard way. All right.
Right.
Now he might need to clean. He needs to clean it up.
Like what happened with Sammy Callahan in that bat.
Like your move can't be a hard way. Like that's not a finisher.
I'm not saying that's a finisher, but I'm just saying, just like I mean, come on,
the hard way.
Like I was just talking about the Dudley Boys. Like they made the table popular, but they also had a standard finisher, the 3D, and each of them had individual finishes. So it's like you can have but
what Rand is saying is that the Dudley Boys didn't accidentally throw somebody through a chair and was like, yo, that's gonna be our finisher, and they got hot. This dude fucked somebody up with a chair on mistake.
But hey, but listen, anytime mistakes happen, what I've noticed about AEW, and we can say the same about the fireworks incident, they own up to it and they roll with it and they make the most of it. And I think in any standpoint of live performance, that works.
You can't forget too, he's also got that loaded glove. Remember the loaded
glove?
Oh, yeah. Yo, his signature moves are like
cheating.
Well, no, he got he still has the Death Valley driver. He does that. Y'all don't watch Dark. I watched Dark. He's finished off. He still got the DVD.
He should have been with
the Death Valley driver. That's legit. All right, yo. So that is about the week in wrestling. We will get you guys. Thanks for getting caught up with us. And if you have any information you want to add, any type of commentary,
I do got something for the Matt Maniacs real quick. Show them.
Mail us. Boom. We're gonna put up our email. We love mail. If you got
mail, we love fan mail. Please, mattmania5@gmail.com. Hit us up.
But I do got something to the Matt Maniacs out there that are watching right now on the Twitch. Matt Maniacs, we have our official first ever Matt Mania rookie card.
Hey,
yo, that's fire.
First edition, so it's missing V1.
That's what the back.
First edition.
Writing on the back.
Yo, that's dope.
I think I'm gonna do something for the Patreon for the Patreon member, because I have about 20 of these.
Hey,
obviously the 5 of us are gonna get a few each, and then I think the rest of them are gonna go to the Patreon subscribers. It's a small thank you.
I somehow get. You know, I think the card is great. It's a great collector's item for me because it's the same picture I have of the poster before I joined the
team. We gotta get a new photo done.
Yeah, we gotta hit up Bananas and do a photo shoot.
Oh, Jay Bananas is a photographer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did team pictures.
My photos.
Yes, sir. Man, keep it in the family, baby. Keep it in the family.
Y'all have known a lot of these guys longer than me, so I have no idea. But if he is, that's fire.
That's dope. The only thing we have left is a snack and a burial. Do you got a burial, Teak?
Who's getting buried?
I got a burial.
I'm gonna bury the fans, not our fans, but the fans that's complaining about the fucking AEW match.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm about to throw it back on y'all because we always say it's so much different wrestling out there. You can watch whatever you want if you're not happy about something. But at the same time, let's not drag them down for a mistake. That'll be like y'all dragging TakeOver down for a mistake when TakeOver kills it every time. Like,
hell yeah.
You gotta take the pros with the cons. I like the way that AEW was like trying to wiggle their way out of it if it was a mistake. And at the same time, it'll probably build more storylines or other stories out of it.
Say that.
By them saying, that Cody is screwing stuff up, because I heard y'all saying like the NBA music and stuff that was playing on Wednesday night and stuff. You can just be like,
yeah, that was weird.
I don't want to see them do some retribution type stuff. But like I said, once the lights go on and off, then y'all better get worried.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
you're gonna see the Good Brothers come out with masks on.
That's fair. That is fair. I was about to go the opposite way with my burial and completely bury AEW for that finish, because you can't keep hyping stuff up. In my opinion, you can't keep hyping people up and then not deliver. Like,
that down.
I'm not into that. Like, I'm sorry. Like, they gotta get dragged once in a while. Like, I love what they do, but you can't just be like, I'm gonna overlook something terrible. Like, nah, this was
we didn't mention the 69 me Don.
This was egregious. But we would have never got that if it didn't happen.
Oh, that shit's funny.
69 me Don. See, that was great. Like, that was pretty awesome. They're gonna have that on a freaking t-shirt next week.
I have a burial. If anybody want to know what my burial is,
hold on.
just go ahead.
Were they selling those deathmatch shirts there?
Yeah, they were sold out before the show started, dude. Dude, it was sold out before it started.
That shirt was so fire.
I like how Mox had the shirt on and was like, "Oh, I just came back from a death match, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt." Like that was pretty great. Like Mox is the pro of this situation. So
he's
like,
when I saw Kenny walk out with that shirt, I was like, man, I need that shirt.
You see,
and I'm not into white shirts,
immediately,
but you hit me too. Like immediately, like
if I told you, bro, if you don't come back with them, I'm like, if you don't come back with them shirts, bro, we gonna have to scrap, like straight up.
But yo, real quick, I think Moxley encapsulated it perfectly. Like he said, pro wrestling goes through him, and right now he's really running the game. I don't care who the fuck you are. Like Moxley is where it's at right now.
He's big time.
Shunka said, "I want a Mox and Eddie regular sideshow." I wouldn't mind that either. Now,
bias right there.
Absolutely. Now, if anybody wants to see my burial, all you got to do is follow me on Instagram and go watch my latest IGTV posts. My burial is at Keeping Up W.
G1, you don't get your own burial. That's not how this works.
Well, I'm just saying I'm
burial, but we're not going to another site to find out. You can get a burial, but we're not going to another site.
The only reason I'm saying that because I ain't really want to. Well, basically, long story short, more racist bullshit going on in the world. Instagram model in Texas fucking practically treats a really polite Uber driver who was nice enough to pull over so she can go get a mask because he can't take nobody nowhere without no mask. Her and her ratchet ass friends treated his life, snatched his phone, snatched the mask off his face, called themselves wanting to fight, and she got her ass banned from Uber and Lyft for life all over the world. So that's my burial.
Yes, I heard that story. The chick like reached over, tried to grab his phone. She's yelling at him, disrespecting him.
I put a video. So for those that already follow me on social media, there's an IGTV video where I broke down the whole thing. So
she's buried.
Crazy.
Be cool to one another, y'all. Fuck, we're still living in this weird ass time. Just be nice.
Yeah, that's not cool, bro. That's not cool at all.
Absolutely, be
nice. And now we get into our Mania snack of the week. Snack of the week, and me and Rock had actually shared this one
page. Yes.
Oh, we was definitely on the same page.
All right, what it gonna be?
You're trying to be part of the snack and the burial, huh? Let people have their segments, dude.
First of all, just great minds think alike. Great minds think alike, man.
So, calm down over there. You got the G1 word of the day on your Instagram. What else you got? G1 special report. Let people get their segments.
I've only done. I only do the special report.
Who's the snack?
Rock. Who's the snack?
Stop that shit.
If you have seen Coming to America 2, her name, and I apologize if I butcher her name. Her name is Namzamo Mbatha.
Yeah, that's her name.
Okay, she played. She was Merembe. She was Lavelle's love interest in Coming to America 2.
Yo, can you cut and paste that in the chat? Because I need to Google that.
Lord, from the motherland.
She is gorgeous. She is gorgeous.
Word. Hey, and if you haven't seen Coming to America, go check it out. It's a good time. I mean, don't come in expecting the first one and the magic of the first one, but
please stop doing
just enjoy it.
Stop expecting whatever came before something new. Like people did that with the 2017 Ranger movie. Take it for what it is and not what you want it to be. You didn't make the damn movie. You didn't pay for that money.
Eddie's not out going, yo, it's gonna be better than the first one. Then it would be like, nah.
Yeah, Eddie didn't say that.
Nah, just enjoy it for what it is. So yo, I think that might be it.
Yeah, she's
guys. Bad. Don't forget, go to Pro Wrestling Tees to get your Matt Mania t-shirt. What did you say about the cards? Are we gonna do something special on Patreon?
Yeah,
like a giveaway or something?
Yep, I'm gonna we have a few subscribers on the Patreon, so I'll message them individually, get their information. Get them.
It's not too late, guys. If you want to join the Patreon, you can get yourself a card. Here it is, Matt Mania Podcast on Patreon. Any amount. All you do is throw in your credit card and
pay that money.
Do the 3 most powerful words in sports and entertainment.
That's right.
Pay that money.
And we appreciate it. That goes to us getting cool microphones and cool backgrounds and cool apps that can bring y'all all this goodness. So thank you in advance. We have come up because of viewers like you. Thank you.
I was telling Teak, man, Teak, you gotta get a streaming mic, man.
Yeah, Teak, you next.
And a cam.
Hey, look at that. You got the
Rock's
little
good.
mic.
No, Rock sounds good. Yeah.
So so we are going to be doing a quick Patreon episode. And if you are not on the Patreon yet, easy. Just go and do it right now. And we are going to holla. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know what to do when life gets hard. Keep your shoulders off
the mat. Yeah.
Mania. We out.
Peace. Patreon up next. Let's go.
All right. Show's over.
Wow. I already clapped.
Oh, okay. Fine. You're going to see 2 claps. Why not? I like doing it.
I just like doing this. This is cool.
Yeah, that's cool. It looks great on the camera.
It does, though.
So yeah, we're about to record live, so you don't have to go anywhere yet if you are around. You got the Nike Giannis special editions. Oh, the Coming to America joints. Yo, I saw those.
It was worth fire. It was amazing.
Nice. Is that what he wore at the All-Star game?
I don't know if he wore them there, but they did a Coming to America special like leopard print type.
We got a raid.
Hey, we got a raid. What up, Prowess? What up, Shubs? What up,
Prowess? That was Prowess.
Hey.
All right, hey.
What up, y'all?
All hail the raid. What up, though?
Yeah,
Mark
man.
Cooper, what's good? All right, so what do y'all want to talk about?
Man,
I ain't have any topics.
I don't even know, man. I'm like, oh, you know what? Well, I don't think actually we really can't because no one is. I don't think everyone's seen it. But one wrapped up, but I don't think Teek's there yet.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say I don't care, but y'all can want to talk about it.
I was gonna say Teek, the only person I ain't seen it. I've seen it.
What? Why don't you?
Do you care, Teek? Are you enjoying WandaVision so far?
I'm only on the 4th episode.
What do you think so far? Are you enjoying it? Is it kind of not your shit?
No, I mean, like it hasn't really got to doing anything yet. Like the end of the 3rd episode is when they start, showing the people on the outside and stuff. So the first 2 episodes is just making fun of old episodes. Like once you get through, so I see why people were saying on social media, like it doesn't really get started until the 4th episode. That's probably when, because the first episode was just like Bewitched, and the second episode was like,
the first one was Dick Van Dyke. The second one was Bewitched, and then the third one I think was Brady Bunch.
I think
so. Brady Bunch or Partridge Family, something like that.
Yeah.
This show gets crazy every episode.
Well, I mean, say that. Even on top of that, I mean, with that, I mean, Disney, we're going to get next Friday, we get the premiere of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that's coming next week.
Yes,
sir.
I have no expectations for that show. I'm sorry.
How?
Really? I thought that with with WandaVision, and it's impressed me. So I had no desire to catch WandaVision, and then I loved it. So I don't know. It could happen.
Hey, peep game real quick. It just my personal opinion. I like our snack of the week with at one point she had short hair, and oh my gosh, she was Jesus Christ.
Oh
damn. See, fucking
word.
Wow.
Don't forget we're getting Loki in June. So there's about to be non-stop Marvel content for the rest of this year.
Let's go then.
They took a year. They took a year off. They about to hit us.
They
crazy.
Back.
So I know Rock don't care, but since we talking about some comic stuff, are any of y'all excited to see this Justice League Snyder cut?
Oh hell yeah!
That comes out next month, right?
No, that comes out next week. Actually,
it's pretty soon.
This month, okay.
Yeah, that's next week, man. No, I'm really excited about it, mainly because we didn't really get to see the original director's full take on it, and now we do, and he literally got to do everything that he wanted with this movie. A 4-hour cut.
I don't want to watch 4 hours, man. I'm good on 4 hours.
You ain't got nothing to do.
I mean, you're right. I ain't got nothing to do.
I mean, but that's a lot of time, man. That's a lot of
time.
They originally said that they were going to make it that it was going to be 4-hour episodes,
and now they're just going to make it one long thing
to digest. But now it's just going to be a 4-hour.
I'd rather have episodes. I think
if I could sit through 4 45-minute episodes of Stargate SG-1, then I could sit through 4 hours of.
I think I can watch that while I'm like on the bike, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? If you binge watch anything, then you can watch 4 hours of this movie. Especially considering that it's finna be damn near completely different than what the original movie was. Down to the costumes, a lot of the CG has been completely redone.
And go ahead. And you're at home, so
that's what I'm saying. You at the crib,
can take a break. You can come back.
Man. You can take little breaks. They're going to do it. They have it. They
hours if you need to. You can watch an hour every day.
They have different they section it all. The way they do the movie is they section it off in different chapters. So I would say if you really want to watch the first 2 chapters and then cut it there. I'll come back to it. Next day, come back to it. Watch the next 2 chapters. Next day, come back to it. Watch the last 2 chapters if you really want to do it that way. But it being 4 hours is not.
I just have to say this: if it doesn't do good, this is gonna bust HBO Max's bubble right here. This is what they were building towards, because the movies that they done let out so far this year ain't been that great. People been talking about them. Like, people didn't like the Little Things with Denzel. I heard that Tom and Jerry movie was trash. Like,
I didn't have an issue with
I'm gonna watch
the
the
Black
Tom
Messiah.
and Jerry movie. I heard it was pretty good.
I'm
Black Messiah was great.
Black Messiah was good. That one was good. But
hey, the only thing I care about, it
seems like this whole thing was built up for this Justice League movie. So,
nah.
Right, go ahead.
It comes out on the 31st. Is Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yes,
that's I care.
Another thing I wanted to talk about that I really liked. I didn't finish it, so I didn't want to put it over. But the Pacific Rim anime on Netflix is really dope.
The Black.
Oh, there's a
Pacific Rim anime.
Episode. Yeah,
dope. I haven't watched it yet. It's on. I thought that was on Netflix. I think that's on Netflix.
Yeah, it
is.
Yeah, but
it's like a CGI type of anime though. It's really good.
Yeah, Pacific Rim, The Black. Yeah,
I watched about 4 episodes. It's really good.
Pacific Rim is like a cult classic movie to me. The second one was trash, but the first one
is fire, definitely. I caught I watched the trailer of it. I haven't watched it completely yet because usually like animes and stuff like that I like to reserve for date nights with me and Lori. So we watch and we'll definitely get into it. I know my brother hit me and he was like, nigga, you gotta watch that.
It's good, man. It got me into it. I was like trying to fall asleep on the plane, but I started watching it and I was like, oh, I ain't sleeping. This is great.
Right.
So yeah, it's dope.
Dragon Master brought up a really good point. Obviously, Mortal Kombat, I can tell you from personal experience, it's gonna be dope as fuck. But Space Jam 2, somebody asked me,
kiss my ass,
what they think that of course. Somebody asked me what do I think that Space Jam 2 will deliver, and I said for this generation, because for Generation Z, LeBron is Generation Z's Jordan. Most of us are millennials. Some of us are Generation X. So obviously we love Michael, and that was what it was. But for Generation Z, LeBron is their Jordan, or Kobe also. But Kobe unfortunately is no longer with us. But so you gotta let them have their thing for the generation, man. We can't keep slandering shit that wasn't meant for our old asses. Like that type of shit blows me, man. I think Space Jam is gonna be what the fuck it's supposed to be for this generation. One of my buddies brought up a good point when somebody was complaining about the redesign of Lola Bunny. Please go get you some real pussy and stop worrying about redesigns of fucking cartoon characters. That shit is so annoying.
Yo, speaking of that, I want to bring up the fact that they were talking about that Pepe Le Pew got canceled. So
he's canceled.
So,
that's the stupidest.
Davis got a video on Instagram where he's talking about this, and he's basically like, how are you canceling a cartoon but not canceling the people who created the cartoon character? So
my kids ask me about that.
Everything a cartoon character did was somebody's choice. So if you made this cartoon character be racially insensitive or sexually aggressive or anything,
you could just make him be nice and be cool. Like,
right.
That's true. You don't have to delete the character. You could just have the character change.
This cancel culture that we live in, I fucking hate it. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, granted there are some things that need to be eliminated, and we speak about those things on a regular basis. But
let me tell you what's hilarious that he said though, G1. He said when I watch Pepe Le Pew, what I've learned is that if you smell bad and you aggressive, that pussy runs from you. He said, I think that's something that people need to know.
Lessons.
Wow.
That's a bar. That's a
message.
That is a bar.
That is
Thank
a
you.
bar. That's
a bar.
I mean, if you smell bad,
somebody quoted Dave Chappelle in the thing. If y'all remember the "Killing Me Softly" stand up. And then he went off into Sesame Street. That was one of my favorite stand-ups of all time.
And he also said the reason that she wasn't giving him the pussy is because he's a skunk and she's a cat. He said cats might not like that aggressive shit, but if she was skunk, maybe she would have got down. So first off, we dealing with interspecies relationships.
Yeah.
Come on now. And y'all trying to cancel.
We're ripping this apart on a macro or on a micro scale now. I appreciate this.
Oh yeah. We really pulling this apart. Okay.
Man,
I like this.
This is cartoon care on Patreon.
This is what y'all pay for on the Patreon.
What you pay for.
So we gonna give it to you.
Something else going down this weekend. I know we don't always talk about it, but I think for the hip hop category, this might be one of the first years the Grammys actually have a legitimate best hip hop album category that I'm not mad at.
Mm-hmm.
The Grammys are on Sunday. The ones off top.
Damn, that fast?
The Allegory by Royce the 5'9" is nominated.
Oh, wow.
And Madlib are nominated. There's the legitimate, the nominees for the best hip hop album are legit. And Nas is nominated. I hope. I
feel like Nas is gonna get it.
I think Nas is gonna get it because
that Nas album is incredible.
He's got the name. It's usually the name recognition, but Jay Electronica's up and Jay-Z has the name, and he's all over that.
Hey, did y'all hear that The Weeknd is actually boycotting the Grammys because they keep their whole voting process hidden a little too much? And so he's telling his label that he's no longer submitting shit for the Grammys. So
I saw that.
He don't need to.
He really don't. He's a relevant artist without it. So
that dude announced a world tour for 2022, and it's already sold out for next year.
Yeah, it's The Weeknd. So
he don't need that. But like it's clear that the Grammys are not doing what they should be. So I heard that they told him
they had to push him back, right? That's what was just about to happen. The Grammy was supposed to already happen.
Yeah. Right. So allegedly they asked him to play, but he was doing the Super Bowl and they were like, yo, Super Bowl or us. And he's like, Super Bowl.
What you mean?
He's like, holla. And he bounced. So I saw Gibbs put up a tweet.
And he had to pay to do the Super Bowl, so he still chose the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Super Bowl doesn't pay, but it's the exposure you get from it is ridiculous. So
right,
yeah. Why would you turn that down? That's like the biggest gig there is. So
I need the producer of the year. I didn't see what the category was for this. My favorite category, the one that I want to win one day. Producer non-classical. So pop. It looked like all pop producers and rock producers, with the exception of Flying Lotus. And so, for all intents and purposes, I hope Fly Low.
Yeah, for real. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope to see that.
Yeah, it's nice to see Fly Low. I don't know why nobody else is in that category, because I feel like another big record this year was Hit Different with SZA and Ty Dolla $ign. So I definitely feel like Pharrell and Chad should be in for that.
Can I just say something controversial and then we can get out of here?
We on Patreon. Say that shit.
I mean, I
you
think
don't like SZA?
I don't think the rap nominees are right. Like, whether I like these people, they're not the most impactful rap albums of the year. And so for me to say, and like, okay, we're all 35 and up, but like to not put Roddy Ricch or Lil Baby or the Baby
yes,
in there, it's egregious.
I agree.
It's egregious. The box was everywhere. Like, so granted, that's not our audience. It's not for me. But yo, these are the biggest rap songs and the biggest rap artists, and they refuse to acknowledge them. So it's like, dang, are they just as washed as we are? Like the people who's voting are just
you know what? I will definitely agree with you on that because the Baby has been on fire. He's been
hip hop has always been a youth culture. You know what I'm saying? So like, why all of a sudden 40-year-old dudes
now all of a sudden you want to
all of a sudden. So
now they did get nominated. Now we'll say
what makes the youngest rap album though? What makes something the best rap album? Is it the rapping or is it how well that it sold? Because just because the Baby's album did good, I wasn't listening to the Baby.
Right.
Now we don't know. We don't know how it's determined. Honestly,
that's what I'm saying. There's no criteria. It's just like it's supposed to be the most impactful albums of the year. Now, and for them to not have any of these young dudes in there, it seems like a little unfair. So
now, Rand, on the contrary, check this out. So we got Best Rap Performance nominees: Deep Reverence, Big Sean featuring Nipsey Hussle.
That video was incredible, by the way. It dropped last week. That video was so dope.
Shout out to Hit Boy on the beat. We got Bop. Give me some shit with some bop in it. The Baby.
Yeah, that was
love that
banger.
Record. What's popping?
Oh, mommy.
And that was everywhere. Yeah, that's a banger.
The bigger picture. So they in there. They're just not in the best rap album category, but best rap performance.
So what is this? You said this is the best rap performance. Is this taking the place of like best video or something? Because performance is they're performing a song, right?
This is single performance. Just best.
Yeah, best rap. Yeah, best rap performance.
Performance meaning how well you
performing it where.
On tape
in general, like seriously. So and then you have best melodic rap performance, which I don't think I've ever seen.
That's new.
That's a new category.
So this is for the singing rappers.
So
for the lils and the babies.
So the Rockstar, the Baby featuring Roddy Ricch. I'm a rock star. Oh, okay.
These are rappers who can't sing. Singers who can't sing. Basically.
Singers that can't sing. Drake featuring Lil Durk. That's a Laugh Now Cry Later. That was a big record.
That's a big record. Yeah.
That was a huge record. Oh, speaking of the box, there we go. Nominated for best melodic rap performance.
Yeah, they're under the Kroners.
So this is a tough. That's actually a tough category there.
That is a very tough category.
Those are the biggest songs of the year.
Even Anderson .Paak was in it. Wow. Highest in the Room, Travis Scott. That's a huge one. I know who Josh is going for. Josh Molesky, if you're watching this, I probably know you're rooting for Travis Scott because I got so tired of you playing that shit when we was getting. I was like, man, I know he's going for that.
That Travis Scott song was big, but I thought that song was trash. It wasn't as good as his song with Drake.
Yeah, but he had a meal at McDonald's. That food was big.
I like Stop Trying to Be God, and I like
I like the collabo he did with the Jack Boys. That thing was fire.
Oh, Jack Boys was dope. Mm-hmm. Then we got let's see, we got Best Rap Song, which is Lil Baby for the Bigger Picture, The Box, Laugh Now, Cry Later, Rockstar, and Savage. Shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. We already know how big Savage was.
Yeah, see, huge. They were big songs, but his album was probably trash.
Right. So I get it now. So we got best rap songs, we got best rap album. We ain't checked I know we ain't got that much time on here, but the R&B category is looking pretty nice too, actually.
Yeah. So somebody was mad. Oh, Summer Walker was mad because she's not in here.
Man, Summer Walker.
I feel like she had a big year. I think she's talking about boycotting the Grammys too.
Yeah, right. She had a big year.
Summer Walker was fire, but also the other part about Summer Walker, and this is a controversial opinion. Summer asked for all this fame, and then she freezes up anytime she gets in front of a set of people, anytime she gets in front of a crowd, because allegedly she has social anxiety. This is what you ask for. You can't at this point, right now where you are in your career, see somebody about that, figure it out. But the only way for you to further progress in that game is you're gonna have to show face a lot more than what you have, regardless of how good your music is. Even her has stepped out of her silhouette, and we see a lot more of Gabby. So it's just that's That's just my take on that. But whatever.
Yeah, I feel you on it. You know, you're gonna have to step out of that. So maybe they're holding that against her, like that she's not, to me, that great of a performer, and so maybe that could be the thing holding it back.
Right, which is true. She's a great singer, not a
her
great
recorded
performer.
records are great. Performances aren't super amazing, but
because she
performs
she performs in this bubble like this. Like her Tiny Desk concert was amazing musically, but I would just rather close my eyes and just listen to it because the whole time she was just sitting there.
Yeah, because she's about a vibe. She's, you know, some these new young whippersnappers.
No, she literally said out of her mouth that she has social anxiety, and that's a whole thing. It's like, why would
you can't be a pop star? Then you really can't do it.
Yes.
So yeah,
you know,
what you Hussein said that he got anxiety too. That's why he get high all the time. He said he got to get high to deal with fans.
But 2 Chainz actually gets out there and he does it and he doesn't complain about it. You ain't never seen 2 Chainz on stage doing this.
How many Grammys he got?
That's what I'm saying. So like you ain't never seen him on stage like being all timid and shit. So regardless of what he has to do,
how much money he got, I take money over Grammys.
That's true.
Well, you know what? Interesting point about 2 Chainz. I just searched it. He has 1 Grammy. And it is for his verse on No Problem, Chance's song. That's it. He's been nominated a few times, but the only time he won was on Chance's song.
You don't want no problem with me. I'm glad to see my girls Chloe and Halle getting nominated for Best Traditional R&B Performance. I'm really, really happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see her in there for Best R&B Song, Better Than I Imagined.
About Chance getting a Grammy, but look at where he at now.
Rich?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Chance is chilling.
Nobody thinking about that guy.
Chance got a wife, kid. Everybody's impressed.
He's chilling, but nobody's thinking about him. Is what I was saying.
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I understand. I guess I see what you're saying. He got
before Red just said Chance's name. I wouldn't have thought about Chance at all.
I listen to Chance.
I'm not a fan, but Chance changed the game. He won a Grammy on a mixtape. So,
yeah, he did something that had no public outpour.
He won because he's from Chicago.
Not necessarily only that, but I listen to him because he's a dope rapper. He got like you know
that he's not.
He is
dope rapper.
I Might Need Security. It's probably one of my favorite Chance records of all time. It's a quote. It's a play on Jamie Foxx, and he snaps.
Dope rapper
over the. What is wrong with Chance? What's wrong with Chance?
He's good. He tries. I mean, he ain't bad. I'm just not a huge fan, but he ain't bad.
Yeah,
kid. All right. He come off sometimes.
If it's not your cup of tea, it's not your cup of tea. But on a lyrical level, you can't sit up here and say that he's bad. That's what I'm saying.
You're right.
You know, I can't sit up here and say that I've heard every single Nas record of all time, but you can't argue that he's dope. He's incredible. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
You know.
All right, so I wanted to share one last thing. Okay, we got Ghostface versus Raekwon happening. Actually, that is happening this or next Saturday. I don't even know if you can even judge this when they're on each other's songs. So, I mean, it's just going to be a showcase of hearing some classic records and classic stories. So I'm all.
But that's what every versus is at the end of the day. We turn it into a competition. We turn it into a competition because we're fans.
Yeah, I mean they're all over each other's stuff. So hopefully we get some good vibes, good stories.
Of course we will.
That's what's up.
I think it's gonna be
all right. That's all I got. If y'all ready to roll,
would you have rather saw them two go against 2 other people in a group? So like, or maybe so like. Ghostface and Raekwon versus Method Man and Redman. You'd rather see that?
Ooh,
that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Oh my
so much fun to watch.
God, that would be dope. That would be dope.
Hey, shout out to Redman, by the way, real quick, because he did a contest about a month ago with TrackLib, which is a service that I use on a regular basis. They're like an online record store for sample-based producers, and he did a contest about a month ago, where he's given like some newer blood, a chance to do some stuff on his album. Shit, I take credits on the Redman album. I love Redman, so I think the fact that people is one. Oh, and because of the pandemic, they didn't get a chance to announce the winner in time. So he did something that was really cool. It was like 9 total people that he saw as runners up. He said, all y'all won. If I say your name, all y'all won. All y'all getting a placement on my album. Come on, dude. Come on. Love Redman for that, man. Yeah, that was amazing.
That's a good look.
Well, yeah, Raekwon Ghost versus Red and Meth would have been dope.
Yeah, or what if it was like Cameron and Jim Jones?
Ooh. Maybe you need to be talking to Tim and Swiss, Ran.
Yo,
maybe you might need to get an 8.
That would be dope. Yeah. I don't even know. That's not as clear cut as you might think.
Somebody also has said Ghost and Ray versus Mobb Deep, even though Prodigy's not here.
Have Havoc as a representative and play the Mobb Deep
ran the songs. Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay.
I like it.
I'd like to see that.
Man.
So it's good to see some verses with some good old classic hip hop. So that's gonna be fun.
I'm voting Wu-Tang versus Def Squad. That shit was crazy.
Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Method and Redman, my fault.
That'd be dope.
That'd be fine.
All right, so we are gonna get out of here. Thank you for hanging out for the Patreon episode, and thank you for paying that money. If you haven't yet, or you weren't sure about it, or you're thinking about it, it's easy. Just go to patreon.com/MattMania Podcast and pay that money. And what that will do is put you in the mix so you can win limited edition Matt Mania rookie card.
Yes, indeed. Official Matt Mania rookie card at that. Much love to Rock Knowledge for doing that, by the way. That was really dope. So
yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Good night, everybody. Be safe. Be good. Be good to each other. Wear your mask and all that. And watch good wrestling.
Please do.
All right, y'all.
Peace.